All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until about 5 o'clock. I don't have a cold or anything like that. Y'all know I have these newly discovered allergies. And for whatever reason, everything just hit me. I was driving home, with my windows down because it's a nice day out. Driving home, and I was just sneezing. I sneezed the whole way home. And, my nose is kind of stuffy. I haven't taken my little allergy pill. I'm supposed to do one a day, but I haven't taken it for probably about a month. But I haven't needed it. I'm just not in the business of just taking pills just for the sake of taking pills. But when I get off this show today, I'm going to take a pill. And they actually work. They work. Like if I took it, had I taken it this morning, I wouldn't be sounding like this. I don't even know if y'all can hear it, but I can hear it. The stuffiness and everything. But I feel great. And if I start sneezing like crazy, I shouldn't because I'm in the house. But when I was outside on the way home, it just out of nowhere. So it is what it is. But I'm here. I feel great. I may not sound amazing, but I'm here. I'm here. All right, let's get to it. I like to start off the show. I say hello to you because you say hello to me. And then we keep going. Louis Talbert. Good afternoon, Louis. Good afternoon. Anthony Prosser. Good afternoon, Anthony. Good afternoon. Louis is first on YouTube. Anthony's first on Facebook. Erica Hummins representing Reading. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Erica. Good to see you in one of those top spots. Dina Johnson. Angels made it in. All right. Good afternoon, Dina. And rounding out the top 5, Maria Smith representing North College Hill. Good afternoon to you guys. I appreciate you so much. And your reaction time was faster than everybody else's, so you get a special shout out. That's it. Special shout out. That and $3.49 will get you a gallon of gas. Depending on where you at. I was somewhere where it was $3.69 a gallon. And I got to get to all of that. I get to all of that other stuff later. Let's keep going. Jerica Vaughn. Good afternoon. Andrea Bustle. Good afternoon. Diane Huddleston Angel says howdy. Howdy to you too. Howdy. Vincent Jones in the house representing Blue Ash. Good afternoon. Got Dwayne Larkin representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon. Myosha, one of the haters in the house. Good afternoon, Myosha. Or is it Moesha? I'm not sure. Jerica Vaughn says hola to you too, Jerica. Lena, is it Lena Reynolds? Hey, Lena Reynolds. Are you new? I don't recognize you. But hey, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for checking out the show. Pat Rogers in the house representing East Westwood. Good afternoon. Andrea Bustle says, by the way, she's representing downtown. All right. Karen Dye Williams representing Westwood. Good afternoon, Karen. Thank you for checking out the show. Jerica says apparently she's a hater too. I could have told y'all both that. Why do y'all need somebody else to tell y'all hater? How long have I been telling y'all that y'all haters? Oh, but y'all ain't real haters until somebody else tell you a hater. I've been told y'all was haters. Dwayne Larkin, Mount Airy. I thought I said that already. But hey, I appreciate you sending it in twice. If you had already said it, thanks for checking out the show. Drea, out there in Sycamore Township. Good afternoon, Drea. DeWanda Wise Hunter. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Now, who's first, AP or Dina? I don't remember. I said them in the order, so I don't remember which one of those were first. Lonzo Clark representing Hyde Park. Thanks, Lonzo, for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Dina, by the way, says she's representing Walnut Hills. All right. Janice, my favorite. Janice in the house, she says, good afternoon, everyone. If you're relatively new, don't be a hater because Janice is my favorite. You'll have plenty of other reasons to be a hater. But Janice is my favorite. She deserves to be my favorite. And it is what it is. Don't hate on it. Just accept it. Don't question it. Just accept it. Tria Gangs out there representing Avondale. The classy section is in the house now. See, now we got class. See, we had angels and we had haters and we had top 5. We had favorites. We had all of that, but now we got class. Tria is in the house. She says, afternoon king. That's all it takes to have class. Just address the king as the king. And I will acknowledge your class. You acknowledge me, I acknowledge you. It's that easy. Haters can't do that. Haters can't do that. Tria, thank you for checking out the show. Ron Tucker, good afternoon. Let's keep the 45-minute hellos to everybody to a minimum. I'll see what I can do. Let me see. Lincoln was sick. You got back in his chat. Now you sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. This is allergies. Mike Ballard Sr., representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon. Andrew want to know who's the snitch. Y'all went snitching. Y'all went, but we'll get to it. We gonna get to it. People went snitching today. Yo, Underwood. He said he in Brenda's basement. All right. Thank you for checking out the show, Yo Underwood. I appreciate you. Regina Denson Griffin representing the East Side. Good afternoon, Regina. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Pamela Kinney representing North Avondale. Good afternoon, Pamela. Thank you. Thank you for checking us out. Let me see. Is that it? Latanya Chichester representing North College Hill. Good afternoon, Latanya. Good afternoon, Latanya. See, you know that there's this thing, like all of y'all love Russias, all of that. There's a mean rumor out there that y'all should be avoided at all costs. But I reject that, just so you know, because I got a cousin named Lakeisha. And under normal circumstances, Keisha's, you don't mess with them, they nasty. But then you put La on the front of it, and she should just be completely off the chain. Lakeisha should be a whore with OnlyFans and a stripper pole. You know what I'm saying? But she's not. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Great mom, great sister, great daughter, great wife, great friend, great cousin. So she shatters all those myths. So Latanya, I'm not putting you in that bag. I'm not. You can be Latanya all day. I bet you a good person out there in North College Hill. The heck with what they say. I don't care what Jerica and Myosha say. I just use them because they're haters. I don't know that they have actually said that, but they get grouped with the haters. So I don't know what they say. I don't care what they say. You're a good person as far as I'm concerned, Latanya. Brenda Early. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I appreciate you. Chelsea. Hi, King and fam. My allergies have me in a chokehold, too. Chelsea, see Tria, that class is just rubbing off. That class. Not that Chelsea didn't have class, but she, you know how it is, peer pressure. Like, you walk in and you got class and everybody else is acting like they ain't got no class, so you don't want to be the only one with class. And then you come in with class, and then she like, you know what, I got class too. I can acknowledge his lordship. Hi, King. See? That's how you got to do it. Chelsea, she's my niece, by the way. Good afternoon. Ben Thomas, representing Blue Ash. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tanika out there in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Good afternoon, my good friend. My good friend. Samuel Campbell Jr. in the house. Good afternoon. Diane says no favorites in the chat. Hey, Janice is Janice. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all can fight amongst yourselves for who number 2. It's okay. Y'all fight over yourselves. Y'all tell me who won, and then that becomes number 2. But Janice is number 1. I'm sorry. Let's see. I think, is that it? I've said. Carolyn Smith, good afternoon, Carolyn. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Daryl Carpenter in the house. He was hating earlier. I saw you hating, bro. I saw you. I'm not weaseling out of the show. I'm not weaseling out. And of course, he's a nice guy, so he said hi to all the hoes. Let me see. Ibadathia, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Veronica Burdine, or is it Burdine? Veronica, good afternoon. And she said, a blessed day to all. All right. You can't beat that. James Benta. Say, damn, man, you got to get a schedule. I got a schedule. Come on, James. You can't come in here not knowing and hating. At least be a knowledgeable hater, not a not knowledgeable hater. And I put it out there. I posted on my, oh, you on YouTube, so you didn't get it. But no, I posted the schedule that the show would be late today. Jerica says, King, I have a request. Can you please leave the phones off until you're able to set up the show? Please, oh great one. Let me see. Because you asked so appropriately, I got the phones off. The phones are not open. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I don't even want people to think that they can. Is this that? Yeah. I don't even want people to see the number. The lines are not open. They say what, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar, but I'm not a fly. I'm not a fly. But showing the proper respect sometimes. You ask for what you want, and sometimes, if it makes sense, Your Highness will do it. Let me see. But I think I've said hello to everybody. Jacqueline Carter, hello, representing Evanston. Thank you for checking out the show, Jacqueline. Hold on, I think I'm almost done. Edward Bentley, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Scrolling. I think Nat Turner. Good afternoon. I appreciate you for checking out the show as well. James says, James Benta in the house from Vancouver, Washington. All right, you can't beat that. Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for checking out the show. Lena Reynolds from Cincinnati. Whereabouts in Cincinnati? Like what neighborhood? Tria said, who's saying hi to all the hoes? Daryl. Daryl always waves. And he put a waving hand, and then he put hoes. I just assume he said hi to all the hoes. It makes sense. Hoes need love, too. James said he don't have Facebook or Instagram accounts. Okay. Lena says, is it okay to give you my GoFundMe page to spread to the world? What are you funding for? Well, hold on. The answer is yes, because I can't make nobody give to it or not give to it. You can put it up there. Sure. Sierra says, you skipped me. I did not see you. Good afternoon, Sierra. Michelle Birch Lavender, good afternoon. Lena, by the way, says she's representing Oakley. Can't beat that. Good afternoon. And I think lastly, Fame. Well, not lastly. I'm sure other people will come, but I think this is the last one. Fame says, I'm here representing the good people of the Republic of Gross Beezy. All right? All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody is actually having a good afternoon. Again, forgive me. I sound this way because of allergies. I feel great. I have these newfound allergies that I never had before last year. They just popped up out of nowhere, and I was driving home today, and then they just activated. I think that's all the appropriate terminology. I think all of that is medical. My doctor said they activated, and now I'm saying they just popped up. Oh, Hank in the house. Hank says he loved the t-shirt. Thank you, Hank. I plan on calling you at around 5:15 today. About 5:15 today. I have a bit of a sob story for you, and then a question. And then we can get to business. A sob story, and then a question, and then we can get to business. But I think I plan on calling you at around 5:15 today. So be ready. But yeah, no, the allergies activated, so that's what you're hearing. Allergies. I feel great. All right, a little bit of housekeeping from yesterday. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. And y'all know I don't cuss, but sometimes you have to say what you have to say. Y'all ain't shit. How y'all gonna ask me questions, and then I answer the questions, and then y'all gonna go run tell that? Emanuel said this, Emanuel said that, Emanuel said this, Emanuel said that. What kind of stuff is that? I thought we was family. I thought we was family. We not family. I see how y'all do now. Y'all trying to set me up. Y'all trying to set me up. Now, it's okay, cause. And it's also okay because clearly he was watching the show. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, he was watching the show. He was, and so y'all didn't even have to run tell that because he already knew. But y'all did. Y'all did. Y'all just ran over there. Ooh, I got something to tell you. Ooh. But it's cool. It's cool. And then somebody asked him to tell the story. Now, if you didn't watch the show yesterday or listen to Lincoln Ware show today, you kind of a little lost. 20-something years ago, Lincoln Ware got into a fight, and somebody asked me about it yesterday. And so I told the story that I'd heard, or the multiple stories that I've heard about the fight that happened 20-something years ago. And then somebody asked him about it today. And why was he mad at me and trying to put it out there like I lied? Try to put it out there like I was exaggerating. Try to put it out there like, and he kept saying, and anybody else that you hear from, they don't know what they talking about. And they don't know this, and they don't know that, and da. So he basically said, without saying my name or these exact words, he basically said, Emanuel lied to y'all last night. Okay. And I was waiting, like, I gave a really fair version of the story, as fair and complete as I could. I stated that I wasn't there. I was really clear about the fact that I didn't see it. As a matter of fact, I said when I pulled up, all I saw was all these newspapers strewn around the place. That wasn't a lie. Clearly, he had just went and bought a newspaper, he said, and some coffee. I said that he had some coffee. Like, he went on to, after saying Emanuel lied to y'all last night, he don't know what he talking about, then he went on to say basically exactly what I said. It didn't happen at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't say it happened at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I said you got off at 1 o'clock. Black Lion was saying you got off at 3. I corrected him that you got off at 1. I can speak to him now because I know he watching. I said that you got off at 1. I didn't say that The ass beating happened at what? I shouldn't say it was an ass beating. I shouldn't say that. I regret saying that. I don't take it back, but I regret saying it. So no, the ass beating happened before I got there. I said that. Everything that I said, he said. Jade West. What did Jade West say? Somebody was having a medical emergency. Somebody was having some seizures or something. Yes, that's what I said. She said. He admitted that he asked for help. I said that Jimmy the vet said that you were saying help, help, help. I said I wasn't there. Why I got to be a liar and all of that kind of stuff? Like, come on. Come on. I told a very fair version of the story. I even said I don't know who was on top and who was on the bottom. I don't. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Now, based on some other stories that I've heard, some of the context clues say that he may have been on the bottom, but I don't know. That don't mean he was. And even if you was on the bottom, that don't necessarily mean that you got your ass beat. Just like you being on top don't mean that you didn't get your ass beat. I don't know. I wasn't there. And then he addressed the surgery. See, that's how I know he was listening. Why was he addressing literally everything that I said, point by point? Oh, and the surgery. Okay, and about the surgery. How did you know I mentioned the surgery? You was watching. There's nothing wrong with watching. And I don't hate on you. Somebody asked, like you weren't a topic of conversation to the best of my recollection. If someone asks, then I'll say, the answer to the question. That's it. But y'all just went and told. Like, man, you see it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So that all happened today. It all happened today. And just for the record, again, I don't care. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. But there's no shame. You off guard. Like I said, you got on your slacks and your hard bottom shoes, minding your own business, and a deranged person come up and, provoke / attack you. There's no shame in getting your ass beat in those circumstances. There's no shame in that. So yeah, I wasn't prepared. That's what in my mind, that's what I would say. Like, look, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what was coming. I just did whatever I had to do to defend myself because he was big and he was strong and he was deranged. And we know, well, maybe that's a kind of an urban myth, but a lot of us believe that like deranged people have like monkey strength. So yeah, there's no shame in it. A person with monkey strength beats your ass. So what? So what? So what else? What else is going on? Apparently I'm sorry, I had to get this out the way because I really don't want to talk about it. Apparently, the person who did the prank call of Shedeur Sanders was the son of the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, and there've been fines levied. Like, I think somebody got a $250,000 fine. I think that might be the Atlanta Falcons, and then the defensive coordinator got like $100,000 fine because they called that boy tricking him, talking about whatever he was gonna be, making him think that he was about to be drafted, and that was just mean. That was just mean for no reason, just mean. Again, I stand by what I said yesterday. They wanted to put that boy in his place and let him know you don't tell us. Vernon says the team got $250,000 fine. The coach got $100,000. I thought that was what I said, but if I said it wrong, I apologize. That's the if I recall the story, that's the way that everything went down. That's the way that everything went down. And good, good. Not necessarily good because I mean, a prank is a prank. It was mean, all of that kind of stuff. But the coach's son should have never had access to Shedeur Sanders' phone number to call him and prank him. So, that was bad. I don't like what they did to Mr. Sanders. I don't like what they did. Again, it does kind of have all of the kind of familiar trappings of racism and making sure that people know their place and all of that kind of stuff. But again, I wasn't there, so I can't say with 100% certainty that that's why they did it. I agree with Ron from yesterday. We know racism when we see it. We know racism when we see it. I don't understand why he doesn't see it with Trump. If you can acknowledge that sometimes you can't clearly define what racism is, but you know it when you see it, and then you don't see it in Trump, and you got all of these excuses, I'm not sure that you know it when you see it. I guess, well, maybe he know it when he see it because, like he told us the story yesterday, he's experienced something that made him recognize the, oh, I was blackballed, and, when people do this to you, this is how it feels. So maybe because of that. He's never been deported. So he doesn't recognize that some of the things and some of the conversations that are going around surrounding deportation and all of that stuff, it has definitely components of racism to it. Ron says it wasn't about his son, it was more about Pops. Okay. Yeah. I think it was a little bit about both. If as I see the stories and hear the conversation go on, did he either in an interview or something say something along the lines of I done changed this culture and that culture, talking about different colleges, and if you want to change your culture, then you bring me in, and that kind of has a tinge of arrogance to it. And some might say it's confidence, some would say it's arrogance and all that kind of stuff. And look, to be fair, I definitely, without a doubt, I think I can talk on this portion of that conversation. I definitely think there's a little bit more than a hint of arrogance in Deion Sanders. Even when he's trying to be humble, he's the most arrogant, humble guy that I've ever seen or heard in my life, right? And I don't know that anybody, honestly, I don't know that anybody can argue with that. He's the most arrogant, humble guy. When he's trying to be humble, the most arrogant, humble guy that I've ever seen in my life. So I understand why, you know what I'm saying, in the sports world, some people might feel like they have to be that way. I can kind of understand that. But it can be off-putting. It can be off-putting. If literally any and every criticism of you is just hate from somebody else, that they hate you because you're so great and you about to overcome them and all that kind of stuff. If you're like, man, why didn't Deion Sanders call a timeout with 3 seconds left to get one more play off? And then he come back, and somehow that criticism is only because they hate me because I'm so great and, I'm the best coach ever. And, they see we winning and so they got to be against us, but we going to overcome and we going to win and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it could be because you had a timeout left in 3 seconds and y'all never got a playoff. It could be a legitimate criticism of that space and time. It's not necessarily hate because you're so great. And so what I can understand people having reservations about Mr. Sanders. I can understand that. And, for some people who don't understand why other people have reservations, it's because of all of the, how do I say it? Because I want to say it right. And I don't want to be offensive. I think the technical term for it is dick riding. Because of all of the dick riding that we see of Deion. Like when Deion, decided to abandon the black college and go to Colorado after telling all of those kids to not go to PWIs and to forego them and go with him. And then he abandoned the HBCU for the PWI. And you're like, that was kind of, as I said, hypocritical. But then people was, deriding. No, what he did was great for HBCUs. Leaving Jackson State was the best thing for the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, well, that was the best thing for him. No, but when he did it for the SWAC, like, no, he didn't. He did it for him. He did it for him. He didn't do it for the SWAC. But you think about how much he brought to the SWAC. That's not what we talking about. We talking about what he did just now, and he didn't do that for the SWAC or for the HBCU or none of that kind of stuff. He did it for him. No, because he's the best ever, and everything he does is great, and it's for the SWAC, and it's for us, and it's for, and you like, stop it. Stop it. And when people do that, I think it's a natural reaction of people to, rightly or wrongly, take it out on the person that they doing it about. So if you deriding Deion Sanders, those of us who, like me, I like Deion Sanders as a player. I thought he was great. I watched highlights, everything. I'd be like, this dude was amazing. But I didn't like that. And then when the pushback, you're a hater because he's the greatest person ever, and he this and he that, and he saved football, and he saved HBCUs, and he saved all them kids' lives, and you don't even know that he jumped into a swimming pool and saved 10 kittens and 9 little duckies that couldn't swim, and then he taught the duckies how to swim because he's prime, and you like, you making up stories, you know what I'm saying? Just say you like the dude. You ain't gotta be all on his tip like that. Now, I find myself like, dang, it's hard to like the dude. I don't know that people understand that as a reaction of their deriding, but it is real. So it's cool to say, to criticize. And it's cool to acknowledge, because that's like people say, two things can be true at the same time. Sanders' arrogance is annoying. And what happened was probably rooted in racism. Both of those things can be true at the same time. And then I hear people like, oh, but he was just being a good father and blah, blah, blah. And okay, yeah, you can't. I don't know if he's a good father or not. Again, I'm not there. From the outside, it looks like he's probably a good dad. I don't know what he actually do though. You know what I'm saying? I can't say for sure. So, I don't know. I kind of gave my take on that yesterday, but I still hear people talking about it, and I'm still like, I'm torn because on one hand, people talking about, you know, his they're punishing him, for being a good dad, and they punish black fathers, and they critical of black fathers for being good, for not being there. But then when you got a father that's there, they punish him for being there, and it's like, not really. I don't. Yes and no. Two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, oversimplifying it. And then, and this is just across the board. Why do I have to root for Shador Sanders to succeed? I don't know Shador Sanders. I'm not rooting for him to fail, but I'm not rooting for dude to succeed either. I don't care. If he's good enough to succeed, he'll succeed. If he's not, then he won't. I don't bully me into rooting for this guy. I don't know him. I have no attachment to him. My knowing of him and knowing about him is because his daddy was a good NFL player. That's the only reason, really, that's the only reason why I know Shador Sanders. It's the only reason why I know Shiloh Sanders. Because their daddy was good in the sport. I didn't get any sort of attachment to them. Like, oh, I watched him struggle and I watched him grow and I watched him this and I watched him that. Like, I didn't, because for me, that's kind of what make you, like, oh, he was an underdog, but he overcame. That makes you me. That makes me root for people. Oh, they underestimated him, but he showed them. That makes me root for people. Like, oh, he's really good, but he's really humble. I like that. That makes me root for people. Or he wasn't that good at first, but he seemed to have worked his A off, and now he's really good. That makes me root for people. It's little stories. Because, a lot of times, for me anyway, sports ain't necessarily about the sport. Sport, a lot of it, to me, is about the story. If I'm watching a game and the refs is clearly cheating for one team, I'm rooting for the other team. I don't like that. Like, why are you rooting for them? You see how the refs playing them? I want them to overcome that. I always root for the number 16 team to beat the number 1 team. I think it's only happened once. It don't really happen, but I always root for it. And then what usually happens if the number 1 team beats the number 16 team, and I see something that stands out in terms of sportsmanship or something like that, because a lot of times you was number 1, you knew you was gonna dominate Alabama State. Y'all dunking on them and putting your thing on their head while you dunk and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, but then when the game is over, somebody on the ground crying, and you pick him up and you dap him up and you tell him, man, good job. Y'all was a good team. That was a good job. Y'all played us harder than we thought. And I look at that team and I'm like, they beat their behinds, but they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the game, like dog them out. Like they really showed them respect. I can root for this team. It'd be little stuff like that that makes me, and I didn't get, to me, Sanders, Shador, doesn't have a story that makes me root for him. So, I'm not going to be sitting back rooting for him. I'm not going to be rooting against him, but I'm not going to be rooting for him. Well, I'm not going to be watching. But I mean, I still root for certain people. I still root for certain people. I don't be watching. Okay, in all honesty, I can't think of anybody currently in the NFL that I'm rooting for. But like, say I heard a story of somebody from Alabama State going to the NFL. Inside, I would be rooting for them. Like, man, I hope they're successful. Yeah, I hope they overcome and whatever. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care. And I'm one of these people. You watched what they did to Colin Kaepernick, and what did you say, Dion? I don't recall Dion getting up and making a big deal about anything. So when it happened to your son, oh well. You didn't say nothing when it happened to Colin. I ain't really got nothing to say when it happened to your boy. That's the way I feel about all of these people. Veronica says, sure can't tell you don't care. I just told you that I don't care. I literally just told you. Emanuel, since you don't look at the NFL, do you look at the USL? I haven't yet. Not really. Not really. Ben says, Shador Sanders has the highest NIL deal in college. Homeboy has made over $15 million in the last 2 years. In college, he's already got the bag. I see no issues. I kind of feel that way too. And the phones, I'll open up the phones a little later. I didn't get an opportunity. We are going to do Article 1 of the Constitution today. But I didn't get an opportunity to talk yesterday about Terrence Howard rejecting this Marvin Gaye biopic because he didn't want to kiss a man. And can I say, I respect that. That's my take on it. Because, my understanding is, Marvin did some stuff. And I, to be completely honest, I'm not sure that he was supposed to be playing Marvin, but it was some stuff going on. But he's saying, look, I'm not doing no roles where I have to compromise my manhood. Now, like I said, I respect it. I'm not sure that I would give up a role just for that, though. Because they got body doubles and everything. So, like, even if I'm playing a gay dude, and I got to blink a lot. I don't know. To me, that's the gay. Like, I'm not a great actor. Because to me, if they if they come to me and like, we need you to audition for this role, and the guy you playing is gay, that's going to be my interpretation. They're going to be like, that's not really. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be my interpretation. I'm probably not going to get the part. But if by some chance I get the part, and they like, because I would play in a movie, in a play or something like that, I would play a gay dude. I would. I ain't kissing no dude, though. I'm like Terrence Howard. I'm not kissing no dude. You say what you want to say. I'm not kissing no dude. And if it's a movie, get close. That's close enough. Body double. Get in there, lip to lip, get a close up. Bam. They just kiss, and you cut back to me. Knew that was a good kiss. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. Vincent Jones says, F that. They have other roles to play. I would do it. I wouldn't kiss a dude, though. I wouldn't kiss a dude. But I mean, what? Daryl, not Daryl. Myosha says, his explanation actually made sense to me. He said he couldn't relate to being gay. He ain't really got to relate. He played one of the Jacksons. He can't relate to being one of the Jacksons either. But he played the role. What? He can relate to being Rhodey? It's a made-up character. You can't relate to that. You just make that stuff up as you go. So, yeah, to me, that sounds wild. But just from the perspective of, you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna have to do? Talk? I don't know. All my gay imaginations are like terrible stereotypes. And I tell you, that's why I wouldn't get the role. That's why I wouldn't get the role. But, you know, if they say like, no, bro, just play it straight. Play it straight. Like, you playing a gay dude, but you're still just a dude. Then I would just play it normal. But, hey, what's up, Billy? You know, lean in, cut. Bring somebody else in here. Slobby now. And action. Yeah, what's up, man? We going to play basketball or what? You know what I'm saying? You know. I don't know. I don't know why I would have to lick my lips. I feel like, again, these are all horrible stereotypes. I'm not an actor. That's why. I don't know that gay dudes lick their lips after they kiss each other. In my head, though, they do. I don't know why. And I know it's messed up stereotypes. I know it. Because it's gay dudes running around here and you don't even know they gay. Them the kind of gay dudes that I think I would be all right with. Them kind of gay dudes I think I'd be all right with. Like, I don't need to know you gay. I don't. Just be gay. Ben says, why you want to picture that? Because we're talking about acting. We're talking about acting. And so in my mind, when you acting, you kind of have to picture that. Daryl says, I don't care how much they paying. I could never play a gay character. My integrity and principles are worth more. F that. But you ain't got to kiss nobody. Why you can't play a gay dude? I don't understand it. Okay, hold on. And we gonna read the Constitution in a minute. I'm gonna open up the lines. I don't mind getting people's opinions on this. Hold on. Let's see. All right, call in 513 717 King. 513-717 King. Would you play a gay dude? I'm shooting a movie. It's about a gay dude. I got a role. The role pays, $7 million. You ain't no superstar. The role pays $7 million. You got to play a dude who's gay. No sex scenes, no kissing, no, not even no hand holding. But you got to play a gay dude. Your character is gay. $7 million. Would you take the role? Men, mainly. I need to know from men. Because women, I just assume women don't care. I just assume women don't care. Shannon says, would you cuddle with a man for a scene? No. Body double. CK?
Hey, what's up, brother? You said $7 million for
$7 million.
For the gay scene?
For the gay scene.
And we got the body double?
Sure. We got body doubles.
Hell yeah, man. It's easy work. Hey, as long as you ain't got to do it. I would not be doing something I would like to do, but I am a slave to that type of paper. I never made that kind of money, and I would feel obligated to do the role.
Okay, what if you didn't have a body double? Money. What if you didn't have a body double and you had to kiss a man? You ain't got to stick your tongue in his mouth, just straight lip to lip. Lip to lip and the sound. I can't do it. You know, you got to kiss him.
Hey, man, I might couldn't do that to save my life.
So you would turn down $7 million for a role where you got to kiss a man one time.
God, it hurts. It hurts to say it out loud, but yes, I would.
Okay.
It do hurt. It hurt though. I'm losing the $7 million as I'm saying.
You losing $7 million. Because
I don't want. Hey, man, you signing up for a whole lot for that $7 million though, and then how you got it? That's another way you got it. That's gonna change the whole. That's gonna have you lose respect for yourself, sir. If you a $7 million, okay, I'm just a $12 dude now, right? Then I hopped up to $7 million. So how did you get your riches, Mr. CK?
I was an actor. I
locked lips with a dude.
No, I'm an actor.
Yeah. Okay, that makes whatever makes you sound better, sir. But I know how I feel about myself inside.
What if you just had to hold hands and cuddle in bed? You can keep you know what I'm saying? You no genital to genital contact. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get in the bed with the dude. Y'all gotta have a heartfelt conversation. His head on your chest. Y'all got on, wife beaters and boxers or drawers or whatever under the cover, and y'all had to have a heart-to-heart conversation in the movie. Would you do that role?
Ooh, that's a hell no. I can't do it. Oh, man, I'm getting sick listening to it. But, yeah, the money sounds good, but I ain't built like that. I talk a lot of stuff, too. I got a lot of pride. I got a big ego. I can't do something where everybody can hold it over my head and I can just hold some money over their head. Hell no. I live this, too. So I'm giving part of my manhood up with that role, and I can't do that. I need that. I can't compromise my whole life. It might lead to me not loving myself. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it hard like I want that paper, I want it, but then I'm smart enough to know, I'll be all right without $7 million. But I don't know if I'll be okay with $7 million having to cuddle in the bed, lock the lips with a mind.
We took the lips off. You don't have to kiss him, but you got to, lay in the bed with old boy. And hold on, but just so I'm clear, what about playing a football player and you got to tackle a dude? Would you tackle a dude, a big hot sweaty man? Would you tackle a big hot sweaty man for $7 million?
Oh yeah, just a regular football player? Hell yeah, that's easy. Easy work.
So clothes on, tight pants, sweat all over y'all. You would tackle a man, lay on top of him for a few seconds, and then get up for $7 million. But you won't lay comfortably in a bed with a man with his head on your chest for $7 million.
Your statement is accurate. That is excellent analysis. Yes, I think you're right on the money, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe you, but I respect.
Of course you don't believe me. Of course you. Just like I don't believe you wouldn't kiss a man for $7 million. Of course, why would I believe that?
You don't have to believe it. Again, I'm like you. It's the truth. But I'm listening to you struggle with it, and the fact that you're struggling so hard with it.
I'm not struggling. No, I'm just struggling about having that type of paper. How many times have you said, ooh, I'm thinking about that money that I'm giving up. Ooh, yeah, but I'm saying I'm going to always think about the money.
Yeah, that's struggle. You struggling with it.
No, it's just like, okay, when you seen the movie with Jada Pinkett in college and she paid for her brother's tuition, What was the name of the movie? When they was robbing the banks. Okay, she got her brother's tuition paid because she slept with a man, right?
Oh, I never
Now
watched
she
that.
held on.
I know what movie you're talking about. I never watched it.
Okay, set it off. My bad.
Okay.
So my thing is, she did concede and sleep with the dude for her brother. But I'm saying I think even if she would have said no, she still would have been like, damn, that money would have been good, but I cannot break my character. I can't not break my pride. My own self? Hell no. I know I can't. I'm just saying certain shit I
I'm
would
not
want to do, but
understanding
I
what
can't
you're
do it.
saying with regard to that movie. So you saying you would not sleep with a woman to pay your son's tuition?
Yeah, I would.
Then what are you talking about?
I would.
I'm confused.
No, I'm saying her. No, I'm saying her. She wasn't about that life. I'm about that life now. That type of stuff right there. Yeah, a woman. I do all type of stuff for that.
Then I'm not understanding what it is that you're saying, because Jada was, according to you, was a woman and slept with a man, and you was like, I couldn't do that.
No, I was saying if she would have said no, she still would have been like, man, that money look good, but I'm not breaking my principles. I'm not giving up my morals. So the money looks good, but you're not selling out your soul. Yes, that's not a struggle. That's you just recognizing the fact of the money. Yeah, okay. The money looks good, but I wouldn't never do that.
I still felt like you were struggling, but okay.
Yeah, but it's just like if I say, would you kill such and such for $30 million? Be like, nah, but hey, just because you don't acknowledge the money don't mean you ain't think about the money. I'm just a nigga that's gonna tell the truth. Like, nigga, the money look good. You might not acknowledge it, but it still look good. You just wouldn't do what they want you to do for the paper. Okay. But you still don't hold it against me because I'm acknowledging what is right. Why wouldn't $7 million look good?
I'm really trying to understand how far, where is your line? Like you would do the movie, you would play the gay role if there's no physical contact, right?
Yeah. But you gave us a good out with the body.
Right. So you would play the role with no physical contact. If you had to hold his hand, would you play the role?
Mm-hmm.
So any physical contact is out of the realm of possibility to you.
I don't like that.
No physical contact with a man is what you're saying.
Nah.
But
I'm built like that.
But
I don't want to put that type of art in the world, sir.
I'm saying, hold on.
Now,
wait, let me understand. So, no physical contact. You would not play a role where you have to have any physical contact with a man.
Right. And I'm still going against.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So, you would not play a basketball player who, after the game, hug another dude like, we won the championship. You wouldn't do that because you got to hug a man.
Oh, no. My bad. I have to do this sexual contact. No, I ain't nothing wrong. I ain't got no feelings in the sky. I'm very secure with my sexuality, so I don't have no problem. But
so you would play the gay role.
Different.
So you would play the gay role if you only had to hug him.
Interesting. That's interesting. The more you talk about it, the more I don't want to play a damn gay role. The way they sound messed up like it. Yeah, you shouldn't go against your morals. I think it would be a problem for me. I might do it. You got to understand, I'm not the type of person that's going to sit up here and just say what it is. I'll tell you my struggles. Like, yeah, it'd be hard. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know definitely until the money really in your face. And you don't need it. You could say what you would do, but until you're actually in that situation, that's when people know what you would do.
No, that's not
it's just
true.
Like
I'm not kissing a man. Period. I can say that. You could put the money in my face or not put the money in my face. I'm not kissing no man.
And my point is, it's a million women on the internet that you could say they would tell you the same thing. I would never suck a dick for $100, and a lot of them would. So I'm saying, just you saying that means nothing, because everybody can say what you just said. You're just saying what everybody said. The only people you could trust is the people that say, yeah, I'll do it. You can't trust nobody that say they wouldn't do it.
I don't know that.
Right? But if you was on here saying, yeah, for $7 million, I'd kiss a man, then we can believe you. Why would you? That's not a lie. But if you're saying I wouldn't do it, you're just going along with what people expect you to say. People expect Livingston to say, hell no, I wouldn't kiss a man for $7 million. So you're not saying anything groundbreaking. You're just saying what everybody else would say. Bring on the other callers and watch. All of them gonna say the same thing.
All right.
You don't want people, okay, you can't really be honest.
But just so, but just so I'm clear, you would not play the basketball role where you had to hug a man.
I would.
And you would play the gay role where you had to hug a man, right?
Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't like it.
Okay.
But this is what I wanted to get into about. Yesterday when I went on a soliloquy about you and your dedication to stay on code with the boycott, the first thing I got from your commenters was resentment for my compliment of you. So this is the reason why people don't take stands like you. Because even when I complimented your stand and you stand out of this racist organization, a black woman in your comment section got on me and said, that was a lot of ass kissing. See, that's the problem. You can't even congratulate a man for standing up.
Who said that?
One of your African American women commenters.
Who?
But this is the mind state. I don't. Oh, they probably gonna comment. They probably listening now. I would check and send it in your thing, but I just want you to understand that they don't like me supporting your stance because you are one person. As black people, we don't celebrate people like you. And I celebrated you, and I got attacked for my celebration of my fellow black man who stood alone by himself to boycott the NFL. And I got attacked.
Well, I don't appreciate anybody attacking you. I don't appreciate anybody attacking you.
No, not for you. No, I'm just trying to tell you, this is why we can't get nowhere. When I try to tell you, we can stop everything. We can stop the violence and everything. They don't want us to stop. They want us to be, our people want us to be like clowns in the NFL, right? Or, I mean, do you disagree or what? When you see us following, when you said what you said about Deion Sanders, ain't that us like being clowns? Like, okay, so they ain't let Kaepernick in. Now they did his son like that. Nigga, you still gonna keep watching? Oh yeah, monkey, keep watching. So that's what I'm saying. Where's gonna be the point where we say, nah, enough is enough?
I think it's all up to the individual.
No, but I'm saying you only one person, and people to congratulate you is getting attacked. You only one man. You the only man left in the boycott. Everybody else came back to the NFL.
I'm sure
the whole world.
There's plenty of people who are still taking a stance and not supporting the NFL.
Oh, okay. So how do you feel about people like yourself and me getting attacked for our stance?
I don't think people should attack people for the stance one way or the other. Like, I don't attack people. Like, I would never call them monkeys. I would never call people who still watching the NFL monkeys for still watching the NFL. I'm not going to attack them for what they're doing. Just like I don't think I should be attacked for what I'm doing, or you should be attacked for acknowledging what I'm doing.
But you're right. But the monkey term comes after I'm attacked. Once you call it, talking about kissing ass, now I'm like, damn, you on some monkey shit? But you like the NFL, bitch? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, oh, now the respect level goes out because that's the first thing you do. You don't come educational, you come ignorant. Or you kissing ass. You kissing ass because you a black man saluting another black man. That's what you gotta go. I'm trying to get to the deep essence of our problems. Because every time we try to uplift ourselves and change the whole game, we got people within tearing us out. That's all I'm trying to explain, bro. You keep fighting the fight, but remember, you will be attacked by your own people, probably more than the other side. For fighting against racism. You fighting against racism and black people resent you for that shit. Remember that.
All right.
And what you said about Deion is, now who the next nigga gonna say? What you were saying about the next one say, who you ain't playing for next time? I watched your soliloquy yesterday and today. You was like, who you say your son ain't playing for? Huh?
Yeah.
That sounded like Now that sounded like a prison. That sounded like a prison when you punched the guard and they beat the living daylights out of it. Now who else want to put their hands on the guard? You see what happened there? He can't even walk no more. Who next? We take you down from a 5 to a 5th round pick, and watch you black people act like it ain't racism. We gonna put the most racism in your face and watch y'all black people, watch y'all leaders say it's not racism, because that we got a hold of y'all. We got them against CK. We got them against Livingston. So the more you support your own, the more they go against you. I'm gonna listen to you, brother. Much love to the family.
All right, CK. All right, that was CK. Let me close this because I heard it start doing that thing. I saw a few people saying that they felt like what I was saying wasn't fair because it's different. But it's not different when you're acting, right? Help me understand what the difference is. We're acting. Fame.
Yes,
Fame.
Man. Amen.
Why do your name keep coming up as Fame?
Twin player.
What?
It's twin player.
All right. Did you steal Fame's phone or something? I don't know why your name coming up as Fame. Twin.
I don't know why either.
But you're on now. So what's on your mind?
Oh, no. I can't call it. You talking about the homosexual stuff? I caught the tail end of it, really.
Oh.
Start
You don't
talking.
want to catch the tail end of the homosexual stuff.
Yeah, man, it sound like the sound of his voice or whatever, and his stuttering and all that, he going. I think CK will go, man, for free. No disrespect, but the sound of it, the way he was stuttering and the way he was saying it, his tone of his voice, seemed like he'll go for free. To me, man, I ain't doing this shit. It's about my manhood. I don't care if you can pay me whatever. I ain't going. I wouldn't do it, man.
So you, under no circumstances, would you play a gay character? No physical contact, no nothing. You would never play a gay character.
I played football before. I tackled my opponent, whatever, and got up and walked away. I'm not about to get in no. There's two different scenarios, man. So
well,
stop
it's
playing.
not. But what I'm asking
man,
you,
I don't care how you play, and you ain't go wishy-washy and flip the strip on me.
I'm asking you a straightforward question. Under no circumstances, would you
no,
play a gay?
No,
I mean, even
I don't
if they
care
told
how
you
much.
that
No,
it's a one-man
no.
play, and
I'm
you
not
ain't
with
even
it,
got to
man.
be
I
on
don't
the
even
screen
like
with nobody. You
I'm not
under
not
no
with
circumstances.
It. No, I'm not with it.
Okay.
I'll be damned. No, I'm not with that. No, I don't care how much you pay. I'm not going. Hell no. It's about my manhood. No, I don't care what acting role you give me 17 million. I don't care if I'm hurting, whatever, financially, but I'm not going. No.
How
you can't
does
get me.
Help me understand one thing? How does acting as a gay man in a role challenge your manhood?
Man, that's what I'm not about that. I'm not. That's like me. If I just go out there, just hop in there, they give me a strip or whatever, as I'm an actor, I wouldn't do it. I don't care how much, regardless if I'm a big time actor, I just wouldn't do it.
I'm
about
asking,
me.
No, I get it. You wouldn't do it. But what I'm asking you is
the thought of it, even thinking about it.
Right.
It's the thought of it.
Hold on.
The sick-minded thought of it. I want to talk like that, man.
Hold on. But what I'm asking you is, how you said because it challenges your manhood. I'm asking, how does it challenge your manhood?
Well, I would have to go. That would be a good old nightmare just to go there. Man, I can't believe I kissed that man.
No. See,
in
that's
a bed
what
in
I'm
a
saying.
man.
You didn't pay attention to the question. I said it's a one-man play. That means you're the only person there. You ain't gonna have to touch nobody. You ain't gonna have to look at nobody. You ain't gonna have to nothing. You said you wouldn't do it because it would challenge your manhood.
I would look at it as a real. I would look at it as a real situation.
So you think if you play a gay dude, you become a gay dude?
That means just like this, man. If they pay me, I'm an actor, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But by the thought of me as being twin, who I am,
right?
And I couldn't do it. I wouldn't jump in that scene to do that. I like,
Do
now,
what?
out
You
of
wouldn't
respect,
do what?
I wouldn't jump in the scene and do no gay, anything gay.
So, hold on.
Regardless of the strip or whatever I'm reading, I say, hey, out of respect, I respect you gay people and all that, but, you know, that part, I can't do.
Again,
I do something else.
Hold on.
I
Stop.
can't do that.
Twin, you're not even listening to the question. Listen, and then you can effectively answer it. All I'm asking is, there is no other man in the scene.
That's not part. That's why I ask you. I answer that for you, man. What part you don't understand?
I don't understand because you keep talking about you not gonna do no gay stuff.
Get in here. Come here. Get your butt in here. Go ahead.
You keep saying you're not gonna do no gay stuff if you're the only person in the room.
I don't care who in the room, man. That's me.
Right. So
no, this ain't no trapped in a closet. No.
Twin.
You ain't give me. That's me as a man. No.
Twin. That's why I keep asking you.
I don't care who in the. If just me and the dude. No, I'm not going.
No, there is no other dude. That's what I keep telling you. It's just you. No other dude. Just you alone in a room.
When I'm in the room, what we doing in the room? Why I'm in the room
for? There is no we.
Interrogation or something?
Look, it's just you. You're playing a character who happens to be gay. There is no other man there. You're not going to touch a man. You don't even have to look at it. It's a one-man play. It's just you. But
I'm not playing that part.
So you keep talking about me in a room. I ain't going to touch that man. Well, I got to look at him. There is no him to look at. It's just you. But you're saying if I gave you a script, and at the top of the script, in the description of the man, he was a gay man, but you're the only person who's going to be in the play.
I don't want that part.
You wouldn't play that role for $7 million.
No.
And what I'm asking you is, why not?
Because, you know, I value my manhood.
And
I want brought up and taught up to be gay or think about that stuff.
So that,
I know about people being gay, but as twin, as a man, no.
Okay, you're not gay. So that's my second question. My follow-up was, how does you playing a gay person challenge your manhood?
Because people would consider me as like, oh, if I'm in the thing, oh, that's that man that played that gay part. He gay in real life. Hold on, that's just a part. Now that would be the challenging of it. Now I gotta give 50,000 comebacks at twin like, oh, you gay, man. I ain't messing with you. And I'm like, hold on. That just was the acting part I did. Now I got to fight the world and stuff. You can't have it both ways, man. No, if twins stand on principle of it, no, I don't want that acting career. You know what? Take that $7 million and donate it to the homeless or whatever.
Well, I'm not going to do
twin
that.
Not playing that part.
But, okay, so you're concerned about what other people are going to think. That's why you wouldn't do it. It
ain't about my concern. It's about what twin thinks. I can care less, but I don't want the backdraft
you just finished saying, because then people going to be saying this, and people going to be saying that. People going to think this, and people going to think that.
I'm saying people see me out, and they would know. Like, hey, he played that part, and what you call it, and all that.
So you're concerned about what other people would think.
Since twin, I want to take that role out of respect, respect my manhood, and keep all the confusion down. Hell no, I ain't taking that $7 million.
So that's where you come up. So again, you're concerned about what other people think.
You can't reverse this psychological ass questions. You keep on flipping the strip like we had a damn DMV, man. Flipping the answers. Come on, man. You coming back with the same answer like you're a prosecutor. I don't know which way you try to take it, whatever, but you're taking it the wrong way by asking me that question. You flipping back to the same act, asking me the same stuff. So which way you go?
I'm really not asking a question anymore. I understand you wouldn't take the role.
Statement, whatever.
You wouldn't take the role because
hell to the no. No, I would.
Look, twin, you wouldn't take the role because you too.
I won't take no gay role
because you too concerned about what other people think.
It ain't about that. It's about
It's 100% about that. That's the only thing that you said is people gonna look at me and think I'm gay. People gonna look at me and say, "Oh, he played the gay guy." I'm gonna be walking down the street and people gonna be like, "That's the dude that played the gay guy."
And what I say to keep all that confusion down. and keep my manhood, and I don't condone and none of that stuff,
Right.
and keep
So
all the
you
confusion. And
are
$7 million, you can
concerned
take that
about
away?
what?
No.
Look, it's a lot of people are concerned about what other people think, man. That don't make you a horrible person to admit I wouldn't do it because of what other people might think about me.
I told you that at the beginning. I wouldn't even do the
But then
role.
when I
To keep
said it,
the-
you said, "No,
I'm
I
saying
don't care
keep
what
the
nobody
look.
else
Hold
thinks.
on,
This
player. To
about
keep the
twins."
confusion down. To keep the confusion down, and some that I wouldn't, condone on. Oh hell no, I ain't about to play no gay role. Just like I said, forget about the $7 million. I'm not going.
Okay.
I don't want even the thoughts of even doing that. And then, playing football, contact sport. Yeah, I played football. No, tackle, got up and all that. You talking about getting in the bed on the roof? No, that's two different things, Emmanuel. What are you talking about?
Well,
Have you played football before?
Look, you clearly didn't understand
But
what I was talking about.
I understand what
and
you were saying.
You didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
yes,
you
I
didn't.
did. Because you tried to flip it on him, and you had
No.
that man
No.
against the ring.
No,
He didn't know
you
what
didn't.
to say. He had to think about
No,
it. I'm like,
you
man,
didn't understand what
sound
I was
like
saying.
you going.
You clearly didn't understand what I was saying.
Yes, I did,
But that's
man.
probably
It's the
because
two
you're too
different
worried
things.
about what other people would think about you.
Regardless, it's a contact sports, whatever. You get up and roll. You don't only want to think like that because
Like
you
what?
don't play football. But
Hold
you
on.
used to
I
grab,
think like what?
you used to grab people in wrestling.
I think like
y'all
what?
grab people worse than football. You grabbing nuts,
Worse?
hands, chest, arms, kissing them and all. Your breath all in his ear. Come here, baby. Let me see what you're working with. That's your ass.
That don't even make sense. Now you just
It
saying
make a
stuff.
whole lot of sense.
It really doesn't.
Man, you all on this dummy and everything on his backside when you was wrestling. So go on in.
It really doesn't.
That's the worst, man. That's the worst sports ever. Come on, man.
No.
Man, what? So you said it ain't?
No, it's not.
Yeah, all right. I ain't about to play no damn wrestling. You get these motherfucking two-piece hands on.
Okay.
I'm about to do it. All right, man. I'm done talking.
You be
I
too
don't know
concerned
what
about what other people think, man.
I'm not. No.
Yes.
Just I wouldn't go.
You are 100. That's the only
No,
reason
man.
you wouldn't do it is
No,
because of
no.
what other people think.
No. You can say what you want to say. I know how
You said it.
man.
I'm not saying it. You said it.
I'm saying to keep all that confusion down.
Right.
And
That means
the
you're
thought of
concerned about
no,
what other people think.
No,
Why
the
can't
thought
you
of not
admit?
even just.
Why can't you
even
just admit to what you're saying?
I'm not
All I
admitting
did
to nothing,
was-
yo.
all
You
I
ain't
did
no.
was
You ain't
simplify.
twin. You ain't
All I did
Manuel.
was simplify what you said.
You ain't simplified nothing, man. It is what it is. I wouldn't go, though, man.
Okay.
I wouldn't go.
Right, because of what
that's
other people
me.
think.
I mean, you entitled to your opinion. I'll let you run with that.
It's not my opinion.
Okay.
It's what you said.
All right, okay. Nice talking to you, man.
All right.
I'll keep listening. Bye.
All right. Okay. I was waiting for him to hang up. He might have started a whole nother conversation like he did that one time. Yeah. No, the point that I was making, hold on, let me deal with that. If you're not doing it because you're worried about what other people think, that's fine. And you can be a slave to the thoughts of other people, and that's your right. But that's a little wild to me. Now, the point that I was making with, okay, you play a guy in basketball. Y'all out there, the scene, whatever, they missed y'all down, whatever, y'all sweaty. Ooh, hit the last shot. Ooh, we won. And you run up and you hug a dude. Ooh, we won. Okay. You play another scene as two straight men playing gay characters, and you hug him. It's the same action. Probably more clothes on for the two straight dudes playing gay men. Hug each other and walk off. But to say, I wouldn't hug another man in terms of being an actor if the role is a gay role, but I would body to body hug another sweaty man for the athlete role. That's what they call homophobia. If you tell me, like, look, it's $7 million, you playing a basketball player, you the shortest basketball player ever, whatever his name was, and, and on this scene, you gonna hug that dude. Cool. All right, you playing an actor, and you gonna be standing in your doorway, and your former gay lover gonna come over, and he gonna say whatever, and you gonna say, no, I'm married now. And then, but y'all gonna hug each other and he gonna walk away. I would play that role. Cause we not doing nothing. Just like I would hug that dude, I would hug that dude. We fully clothed. Hug. Have a good life. But people gonna think I'm gay. No, stop. Caller?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yes. Yes, I was calling about this topic. This is my first time calling, actually.
All right. What's your name? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Caller?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Why are you
Okay,
hold on. Are you on speaker?
Well, I'm on a headset.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so I heard you talking to Twin about, the scenario. When he was a bad off there. That's the same. So, you got any kids?
Hold on, you're breaking up really bad now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, so let me just ask you a question.
Okay.
So do you have nieces and nephews
Yes.
or kids?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is it's no different than when you're hugging, your sexual partner and the kids, right? That's what you're saying?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so when you hug and you show affection to your niece or your daughter,
Uh-huh.
and you show affection to your wife,
Uh-huh.
so you're saying in a sexual preference, not just like a general hug of just being happy. You saying that's so no hug is different than the other one. That's what you're saying?
I don't thoroughly understand the question, but I'll answer it this way. I've never sexually hugged anyone. I don't even know how to sexually hug someone.
Okay, so you said basically you hugging a guy, you hug your wife is the same thing. That's what you're saying?
The action is
pretty
the
much
same.
that's what you're saying.
I'm answering you. The action is the same.
Okay, so what's the difference in a kiss? So that's just an action, right?
A kiss is an action, yes.
Okay, so it's no different than that action, with you kissing a man than kissing a woman, right? Because it's just an action.
The action is the same.
Okay, so it doesn't. So using your logic, it doesn't determine your sexuality to kiss a man, right?
I've never said that. I don't know where you got that from.
Because when you use when you say that, okay, would you hug a basketball player after he made the last shot?
Right, that's not a woman.
And then
that's
you
a man.
laid in the bed hugging a man.
No, I
in
didn't
a
say
sexual preference is the same.
No, you're confusing the two examples. Those were different examples. One was hugging the basketball player after the final shot. The other was hugging your former lover to tell him goodbye. It's just a quick hug on both of them. It's the same action. And you're acting in both Both dudes are straight. In one scene, you're not gay. In the other scene, you're gay and he's fully clothed. Now use that and go ahead and make your point.
No, it's the same thing. I mean,
right, it's the
really
same
what
thing.
you're saying, because no, hold on, because you're saying that it's the same thing. You're saying that hugging the guy after making the last shot, there's nothing wrong with that. So if you'll do that, then you should hug the guy in bed, and it's the same thing because you're hugging the guy. That's not the same thing because the idea that you're hugging the guy in the bed is more geared to the sexual context. No, you keep bringing the bed
guy into it. That wasn't the example that I used with the basketball guy. So if you want to use the same example that I used, use the example that I used. The basketball guy versus the other fully clothed guy, and you saying bye. That's that example. Now, the bed example, then sure, you can use me laying next to a dude in bed and me laying on top of a dude in football gear. Now, you can use that if you want to. Sure, go ahead.
I mean, I don't think that either one of those examples is nowhere near the same. Because the idea that, that you could even compare the two, that's not apples to apples right there.
It's 100%. It's two straight men hugging each other. What could be more apples to apples?
I understand what you're saying, but the idea that you're,
you're breaking up again. I'm having a hard time. You're breaking up. I'm having a hard time getting you.
Hello?
Yes.
You can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it just didn't. To me, it didn't make any sense.
Okay. But let me
bring that up in the conversation.
Let me help it make sense to you.
Of playing a gay role to say that. Okay. Well, you playing a football player. It's pretty much the same thing. That's what you were insinuating.
Well, it wasn't.
And
but
it's not. It's nowhere near the same thing.
Oh my goodness. Let me help you. I want to help you understand. You can still disagree with me, but at least you'll have a clear understanding of the point that I'm trying to make, okay? You get a movie role, and they tell you you have to hug a guy in this scene. Okay? You following me so far?
Yeah, I got you. I'm listening.
All right. In this scene, he's a basketball player. It's the same guy. Same guy. He's a basketball player in this scene. You just hit the final shot. He runs over and he hugs you. Same guy. Later on in the movie, same guy. He rings your doorbell. You open the door. He's saying goodbye. You hug him. He walks away. What's the difference?
What's the role of the other guy? What's his role?
He's the same guy. But now you know.
No, is he gay? Is he gay? Is he a gay guy?
He was gay. He was gay in both scenes. In the basketball scene, you didn't know he was gay yet. In the final scene, now it's been revealed that he was gay. What's the difference?
Did that other guy know that he was gay in both scenes?
Oh Lord! The point that I'm making.
That makes all the difference.
The point that I'm making, sir, is it's a hug of a man. You got one man hugging another man. Neither of y'all are actually gay. Y'all both acting.
Yeah, I'm listening.
That's it. That's the whole thing. Neither of you are gay. You're both acting. You hugged a guy. So you're saying you would do the hug in the basketball scene with the same actor, John Doe. You would hug John Doe in a basketball scene, but you wouldn't hug John Doe at your doorstep.
Well, first of all, I didn't say I was going to hug anybody. I'm just talking about the scenario that you gave. And it was like you were kind of making it, to the caller that, okay, if you'll do this one, what's the difference from doing this one and that one?
Okay.
And the imagery of the guy actually hugging the gay guy, knowing that he's a gay guy, somewhat makes that guy gay, depending on how the hug is. I mean, because who's running around just hugging men? Now, we talking about in a basketball game, if we playing basketball, you hit the last shot, everything going on. It's a situation like that.
Oh.
Of course, people high-fiving, people do. It's different.
Hugging. They're hugging.
It's not the same.
They're hugging. So let me ask you the question.
So that's what that goes back to the same scenario that I told you.
Oh, Lord.
So all hugs is the same, regardless of whoever you hugging, right?
So let me ask you.
So in your mindset, if you're hugging a kid, it's no different than you hugging your wife. It's the same thing,
It's
right?
the same action. You're right. It's the same action. So let me ask you a question.
So what about the mindset behind the hug? So let's not act like it's just an action, because
acting.
With the action is
If it's acting, it's acting. That's the mindset behind it. So I'm asking you, would you hug a man on camera?
Hold on. You say what now? You breaking up.
Would you hug a man on camera?
What you mean? Would I hug him on camera? I
don't know how to more simply.
You said in a movie, or what you
Yes,
said?
we're talking about a movie. We're talking about it. You're an actor. I offer you $7 million for this role, and you have to hug a man. Would you hug a man?
Basketball scene. I got a basketball scene.
Okay, you got a basketball scene.
This what you saying. This was the question that you asked me. I'm in the movie. I got a basketball scene.
Okay.
My best friend hits the game-winning shot. But I hug him in that scene.
Okay.
That's what you asked me. Right?
Sure. Would you hug him?
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay. Now,
that's
hold on.
reasonable.
Same movie, same best friend. What's the best friend's name? The basketball guy. What's his name? Make up one.
It don't matter.
Make up one. Right.
So, but listen, let me say this.
Make up a name first.
Make up a
name first. Make up a name first.
Let me hold on. Let me say this.
Wait, make up a name first, and then you can say whatever you want to say. Make up a name first.
No, because I gotta put context behind it.
It don't
because
matter.
I gotta hear it myself.
It's a name. Just make up a name.
I have to put the context. Okay, listen, it don't matter.
So
make
up one. If it don't matter, just make up a name.
I gotta put the context behind it, because
make up a name first.
It's that player.
Give me the name first, and then give me the context. What's his name?
It don't matter.
It matters to me. What's his name?
Give
him a name. No, give him a name. It matters to me.
You pick the name.
No, you pick the name.
You
give him a
pick the
name.
name.
No, you pick it. If it don't matter, just pick it.
It don't matter.
Right, so pick a name.
The name doesn't matter.
It do to me,
don't
so
need
make up a name.
Talking about a guy.
No, make up a name.
So let me just say this.
You're not gonna make up a name?
Let me say this. The name doesn't matter. So what we talking
just
about?
So you know,
it's a guy. We just talking about.
You're denying the make up a name. I'm really gonna dismiss everything else that happens in this conversation. So you can go ahead and say your final whatever.
Okay, so listen. This is the difference in what I hugged that player. So if I knew that player was gay, even if he was on my team, I probably would not hug him.
Oh, Lord.
That's the difference. That's all I was gonna say.
All right.
I probably wouldn't hug him. Even if he made the last shot, I probably wouldn't hug him.
All right. Thanks for your call. All right. He wouldn't make up a name. It was important for me to make up a name because I needed him to be invested in the conversation. That's why it was important. And when you give something a name, even hypothetically or imaginary, something happens and you become more invested in the conversation. And because he refused to become invested in the conversation, I had no more interest in having the conversation with him. So, that was that. Oh my goodness. Caller?
Hi, Emanuel. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, this is Fane Rothstein.
And Fame, I just want you to know that every call that has come in so far today has come up as Fame. I don't know what's going on with this system, but everyone has come up as Fame. So I'm going to have to figure something out. But how are you?
Oh, you know me. I'm just trying to live the life of Riley. Don't matter if it's Teddy or Pat. Yeah, I agree with you about Deion Sanders. He's very arrogant. You know, you can see right through. He's kind of visceral, the fakeness in it. You know, the little church shit he be talking. It's like, dude, you know, you've had 2 marriages. You ruined 2 marriages. Like, you know, what type of Christian are you? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah. You know, it reminded me. It reminded me of the LL Cool J line where he says, "Even when I'm bragging, I'm being sincere."
Yeah.
He, you know, and because of that, it weighed in on his son's drafting. You know, nobody wanted to deal with a circus because the NFL does not like the circus. You know, you can say what you want about Colin Kaepernick. He was blackballed, this, that, and other. He was a circus. Tim Tebow was a circus. Nobody likes the circus in the NFL.
Oh, no, they didn't mind dealing with Tim Tebow's as a circus. They actually highlighted Tim Tebow. They, you know, made all kind of exceptions for him. So they did not mind dealing with Tim Tebow.
No team wanted him. No team wanted him.
No team wanted him because he wasn't that good. But they kept getting him because he was this all-American white guy.
Oh my God, that's so far from the truth.
Is it? So why did he get a tryout for the Jacksonville Jaguars as a tight end when he never played it?
You're moving the conversation to somewhere it don't need to go. We need to keep it on Sanders.
You're right. You know, let's not give it context.
Tim Tebow was more of a football decision.
No,
you know,
he was a white decision.
No, I'm telling you, nobody wanted that. Forget it. Listen, but as far as yeah, you're 100% right that Deion needed to step away and quit being so arrogant about it. Like I've talked to him on the phone, like back in like 2014, 15 or something. He put on Twitter. He said, "Put your number on here, and I'll call you and talk to you for 2 minutes." You know, he put it out there to everybody. I was like one of the first people he called, and we was just talking. Blah, blah, blah. He comes off as your jive country cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he's really, but you can, like I said, you can tell, you know, on the inside, you can tell he's a jerk off. Uses the N word, you know, not on tape or whatever, but in private company. Because one time a video got out of him in football practice in high school talking to the kids like that. You see what I'm saying? So, and our culture, the quote unquote, the culture has allowed him to get away with inappropriate things for 30, 40 years now. I mean, when he came out, you know, Spike Lee called him out for wearing a Jerry curl and just being a country ass bumpkin like that. You know, they've never been cool since. They've never spoken since. You know, he's petty. What else did he have? And, you know, like I said, we've just allowed him to behave like this without correcting him, you know, because it's the culture. You know what I'm saying? He's a 60-year-old man who acts like a rapper. Like, you're no better than some of these older guys who still gang-banging, wearing tight jeans, going to the damn restaurant, a 5-star restaurant in a football jersey. You're no better than the guys who do that kind of thing. You're just rich and famous. You know, because most of it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna just agree with you. I think so far I agree with just about everything that you've said, except the fact that you know you're. I feel like you're kind of downplaying that there was a racial element to it as well.
I honestly don't think there was, but you know, I don't really want to call it. You know, get into all that. I just honestly don't. I don't think the racial element was as prevalent as people think. Deion is a circus. You know, imagine drafting Shedeur Sanders. Your quarterback stinks. You know, you put him in the game, but your team still stinks, and you get fired. and they hired Dion the next week. So you got your replacement lurking around the campus, the facility, the whole time. It's a circus. No, what's his name even said it? The black coach for the Steelers, Tomlin. He said it very professionally, but basically said, we weren't covered in that position, even though they need a quarterback. Whatever he said after that, basically said it's just too much of a circus that we don't want to be around. We don't want to be involved in.
But
that's all.
No, that's not all. Come on. The reality
you want it to be racial. You want it to be racial.
No,
it's not.
Is. There is a racial component to it. You don't think it interesting that the team that he said he didn't want to go to is the team that he ended up having to go to in the 5th round? You think that's just coincidence?
Making him wait. Okay, well, trust me, you don't want to play for Cleveland. If you ain't been drafted to the 5th round, you'll play for Cleveland because ain't nobody else wanting you.
And they wanted to send him a message. They were sending a message.
Well, then, Daddy, the uber Christian should take it as a necessary not humiliation, but humility phase.
And you think they would have done that to Eli Manning?
Yeah, because the difference between them two is Eli Manning was certified to be the number 1 pick.
Didn't matter.
There was no doubt.
No, didn't matter.
There was no doubt.
They could have done the exact same thing to Eli Manning. They could have said to all the owners, do not pick him. San Diego is going to pick him in the 5th round. We're going to teach that boy a lesson. They could have done that.
No, they wasn't going to do that because
exactly. They wasn't going to do that because he's a white boy.
Let me tell you why.
Because he's a white boy.
Because his dad already has showed the makings of producing high-level quarterbacks.
No, that wasn't why.
Namely, with his older son, Peyton.
He's a white boy. They was not going to humble a white boy like that.
No, because because Eli come from good stock as a quarterback. Not Deion's son. Deion never played quarterback. Eli came from good stock as a quarterback because of his brother.
They were
his
dad. That whole situation had nothing to do with his brother. You know it didn't have anything to do with his brother. No. And you know that there's no way on the planet that they would have told the rest of the league, don't pick Eli Manning. San Diego's going to pick him in the 5th round.
Emmanuel, you're a nice guy.
Come on.
Legitimate orator. But at the end of the day, you're not getting me off of this staff because Peyton Manning was the difference. By the time Eli came through, Peyton Manning had already showed that he was a historical quarterback. And so why not take his brother? He come from good stock. How do you come from good stock? His dad was a legitimate NFL quarterback.
Why not take his brother? Because his daddy was arrogant, and they said he would not go to San Diego. So don't take him, make him wait until the 5th round, and then draft him to San Diego.
Since 7 years old, his dad's been the only person to coaching. He doesn't check off all the boxes. He's more Jameis Winston than anything, a pocket passer. He's not like Lamar Jackson, a guy who's going to, beat you multiple ways. He can only beat you with his arm.
Fame, I'm not, look.
And average at best arm.
Again, what I'm telling
you.
Even
Tebow,
there is
even
some.
Tim Tebow.
There is some truth to what you're saying. I don't think that you can deny that. But at the same time, there is a racial element to it. Both of those things can be true. And to try to deny it is really to just bury your head in the sand. And you're a really smart guy. I don't understand why you would do that.
Because I'm also a guy who's into sports in the locker room, and I know how this stuff works. I tend to stay away from, sweeping generalities of race don't always apply to sports. And I don't feel it applies to this one.
That's crazy.
So we can agree to disagree on that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry you disagree. But I'm glad that you gave the edict of no insulting people on the calls and in the writing the chat last week. I thought that was a damn good instrumental move that you made that to make the show flow better, because there are people, if you watch the comments, They just out there frolicking, talking greasy. And it's like, damn, you know, you're 50 years old, and your last 5 comments have been emojis. You know, use your words. You understand me? But, hey, that's all. You know, you kind of threw me off a little bit, wanted to argue. You know, saying I wasn't there to argue with you.
I didn't want to argue.
You know,
I just want you to acknowledge the truth.
I acknowledge the truth. I need you to acknowledge the truth from the other perspective.
I did.
You know, I just don't. Yeah, I'm no. But at any rate, hey, it's been real. I had fun, and we'll try this. We'll try this again some other day this week. Oh!
All right. Yeah, I acknowledge the truth. I really believe both of those things. That yes, there was some of all of that, what he said to it. But there was also a racial component. And then he brought up Tim Tebow. And come on, y'all. I was watching football then. Tim Tebow wasn't no great quarterback. But he kept getting chances. And then even when he was washed up and out, done, he came back to Jacksonville as a tight end. He got another shot as a tight end. Well, that was just because they didn't want to. He got a shot at as a position that he never played because they didn't want the circus. So we don't want the Tim Tebow circus in town. So let's bring him in town and put him on the field in a position that he's never played. That's how you avoid the circus. Go recruit the circus if you don't want it. Come on. Race doesn't factor into sports? Really? Race definitely factors into sports. If Tim Tebow had been Tim Tebow's skill level and black, he wouldn't have got chances. And he sure as hell wouldn't have got brought back for another shot. But all the other stuff that he said was kind of true. All the other stuff he said about, Deion and all that kind of stuff, it was true. But again, they wanted to humble that boy. They could have did the same thing to Eli Manning. They had the same power to do it to Eli. Hey, everybody, do not draft Eli Manning. Take him off your board. The only team allowed to draft Eli Manning is San Diego. And they draft him whatever round y'all want to draft him in. If y'all want to wait to the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, I don't know how many rounds they had back then. If y'all want to, trade down to the very last pick to make him Mr. Irrelevant, y'all got the green light because the only team allowed to draft Eli Manning is San Diego. Humble that boy and his daddy. They would have never considered doing that. And it don't matter his skill level. Dante.
What's going on, E?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I wasn't going to call until I just heard Fame. Man, come on, man. That was 100% racial. It was just as racial as Colin Kaepernick and the rest of the guys that kind of backed him up for a short moment. It was 100% racial because at the end of the day, the NFL is into winning. It's not like the guy can't play. The guy can play. What do you mean he's a pocket quarterback? There's a lot of pocket quarterbacks. There's only 3 or 4 guys like Lamar Jackson. I mean, for the most part, Joe Burrow is a pocket quarterback. He doesn't take off running like Lamar does. There's a slew of guys that's pocket quarterbacks. As far as Eli Manning goes, Eli Manning wasn't as good a quarterback in college as Shador was. You're talking about a circus. What was the guy? Johnny Manziel? He was a circus. He was a complete circus. The only difference is his people was from Texas and they were rich. Dude was an admitted drug user in college, man. He got chance after chance after chance, like you said. And it's funny what Shador was. You had this guy going, the second, maybe the third best quarterback in the draft. So he went from no more than a number 5 pick to 144. That's crazy.
I mean,
That is nuts.
Dante,
That is insane.
Again, Dante, I believe his daddy has something to do with it. And I believe they wanted to send a message to his daddy. But again, I don't think that they would have done that if he was a white kid.
Because they didn't do it to the white guy.
Yeah.
John Elway did it. Like you said, Eli did it. There's a couple other guys that did it. They didn't go through this. Of course, Archie Manning was a circus. The whole thing was a circus. He told you off the rip, my son's not going there. The same thing.
Yeah.
And this guy, and he wasn't as talented as Shedeur is. It was 100%. I mean, yeah, you may want. I don't get the thing where you wanted to send a message to his dad. His dad's not the one playing. His dad's not the one drafted.
Well, yeah, but his dad
has a college team to run.
But his
he
dad,
can't be with Coach Shedeur hand during the football season.
His dad is arrogant and telling the NFL what his son will and won't do. And
the same thing the white guy did.
And he has a large platform, so they were definitely sending a message to him and his dad.
But the same thing the white guy did. He told you his son wasn't going there as well.
No, I agree.
I mean, and it's the same thing. They said that Shedeur didn't interview well. Like, he was arrogant. Every quarterback I've ever saw, interview, or whatever since I watched football, quarterback is the most arrogant position. All those guys are arrogant. I don't know, man. It's just like sometimes I really do get why you say like you don't watch the NFL. And what's really crazy, like if you flip the script on the other sport, look how LeBron got his son in the door with no problem, man. He's not even as talented as Shedeur is.
Well.
But the NFL, I think the NFL is the most racist. The NBA, you know, they don't mind the guys, you know, protesting or saying whatever they're gonna say. But in the NFL, you can't say and you can't do much, or you'll be banned from the sport. It's crazy. I hope a lot of young guys and a lot of fathers, you know, took heed to this and just let, you know, depending on your situation, just let the young men make their own decisions and do what they want to do, I guess, or what they have to do. Just have some type of representation when you sitting in rooms with these NFL execs. Make sure you have some competent representation, a good attorney or something with you, and negotiate your deal. But you know, for the most part, if it's about getting paid and helping your family, I guess sometimes you got to bite the bullet and, how they say, shut up and dribble. But I don't think it was right. That's all I had to say to you, E.
All right, Dante. Would you take the gay role?
You said what?
Would you take the gay role?
Nah, I'm not doing it. Nah, I'm not doing it.
No matter what?
Nah, I'm not doing it.
One man
I mean,
play.
like, in a scenario like you just said, like, as far as, like you said, like, would I hug a guy at the end of the game? And I don't understand why I would be hugging a guy because he leaves my house. That's kind of weird, but,
y'all saying y'all final goodbye.
I'm not hugging. What you can shake my hand, dude. I'm not giving you no hug. That's crazy.
So you would say the same thing in the sports scene?
Gay or not gay, dude. I'm not hugging no dudes and say bye to him. I don't care if he's gay or not. You know, I shake his hand, dap him up. All right, bro, I'm going to holler at you later.
What if he was your dad in the scene?
Huh?
What if he was your dad in the scene?
Oh, well, of course. It's my dad. Yeah, of course.
So then
it's
not. So then y'all
my dad,
issue,
my son, my nephew, something like that. But me and the homies, chilling. And I'm like, all right, bro, and give him a hug. That's crazy.
Dante, so y'all issue is not hugging a man.
No, not at all.
Y'all issue is we're both pretending to be gay and I hug the man.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about real life scenario. Just like you, like, okay, man, just say I come over and I buy some shirts, whatever. So I'm like, all right, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna give you a hug. Come on, man, stop it. Nah, that's weird, dude. That's weird. No, I'm not doing that.
I hug men. I don't like to say it like this, but I hug men all the time.
Yeah, it depends on who the man is. I'm saying I'm not dapping up my
As a
dude
matter
and
of
giving
fact,
him a hug.
wait. I believe I could be wrong, but I believe when I greeted Jason, he got out the car. I was like, "That's you, that's me." Dapped up, hugged each other, and that is a standard greeting.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's clear this hug thing up. Okay, you talking like, all right, so just say for instance, like, okay, like I'm talking real life scenario. Like when I see some of my friends, I do, we do dap and like a lightweight hug or whatever.
You hug them.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's cool, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is when you say I'm leaving, and I'm like, all right, do you mean like hug like?
I mean hug.
Like two arms around him? Like two arms around him?
I'm asking.
No, dude,
look,
I'm not doing that.
But,
you like put two arms around him and like squeezing?
Look.
Like put two arms around him and squeezing? No,
okay,
I'm not
so
doing that.
wait,
Man.
just so I'm clear, and I just want to be clear. I don't necessarily want you to change your mind on anything. I just want to be clear. You're saying this is the movie role, right? And you're saying in that movie role, you are not wrapping your arms around another man and hugging him under no circumstances.
In the movie role for $7 million?
Yes.
I'm going to hug the shit out of him.
Then what are you talking about? What are we talking about? You would do
it. Because it's a movie role.
That's what we was talking about the whole time, the movie role.
I know, but that's why I said real life scenario. I'm not like, all right, and give you a hug. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Terrence Howard rejected a role in the Marvin Gaye biopic because he didn't want to kiss a man. And what I was asking is, in terms of where is your line? And somehow the line got drawn at, I'm not hugging a man. That was everybody's line, is I'm not hugging a man.
Right. Well, I'm not doing no kissing scene or none of that though. But that's over for that. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
But yeah, $7 million. Yeah, I'm gonna hug the hell out of him. You can say what you want about me. I'm gonna be $7 million richer while you fighting these tariffs. I'm gonna be $7 million richer. So shit, I'm gonna hug the hell out of him.
You'll hold his hand?
Huh?
Hold his hand?
No, I'm not holding hands. Yeah, that's too much.
Wait.
That's kind of intimate.
Holding hands is too much. You would hug a man, but you won't hold his hand for $7 million?
Under what scenario would I be holding a man's hand in a movie?
Y'all gay. Y'all walking down the street and y'all holding hands. You get $7 million.
Man, bye. Hey man, I told you this like twice, man. You're not about to Eugene me, man. I'll talk to you later.
All I'm saying is, I don't understand where and how y'all are drawing the line. That's all I'm saying. I get if you're like, I don't want to kiss a dude. I get that. I'm with you on that. I won't kiss a dude. I'm not kissing a dude. I get that. But I won't hug a man. Well, I'll hug a man if we got on a basketball uniform, but if he got on a button down, I'm not hugging a man. Like, I don't understand where is the line? I don't get the line. I will hug a man, but I won't hold his hand. It's holding hands. I would hold a man's hand in a movie for $7 million. We walk down the street holding hands. Cut. Bro, good scene. I don't understand. That's what all I'm trying to understand is where y'all drawing the line. Will you rub his feet? Will y'all sit on the couch and watch TV together? Will you rub his feet? I don't know. Where is y'all line? If I don't, I'm not kissing him. But I would hug a man. I would hold his hand. I don't know if I would rub his feet. I mean, for the movie, I would rub his feet. I would rub his feet. I would be a massage therapist in a movie. So yeah, I would rub his feet. I just don't understand where y'all drawing the line and why. Now I get why Twin drew the line, because he too worried about what everybody gonna think. I'm gonna be an actor one of these days. My time is limited, so I got to get on it. Tanika say rubbing feet is intimate. Ron D.
In no scenario would, and you, and I don't want to hear you say that you would rub another man's feet.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you a scenario, right? You in a movie. No, you're in a movie, and you are a massage therapist in the movie. There's a scene where the star comes. You know what I'm saying? You're a massage therapist for, let's say, basketball team. It's a sports movie, and it's a basketball movie, and a basketball player comes in and he needs his feet massaged, and your role, you're the massage therapist. You getting what? $350,000 for this role to massage his feet. You wouldn't do that.
Hey, listen to me. Anybody can be tempted to do anything, especially with money.
Y'all homophobic as hell.
That's why. And it's one thing that I tell my sons, that the Bible says to stay and shun away from the very appearance of evil. See, the entertainment industry is not for me, and that's a requirement for you to rub feet and kiss a man and all that. No,
I'm not kissing a man.
No. I just watch. You gonna rub a man's feet?
Yeah. Hold on. What do you think? Hold on. Are there male massage therapists?
Yeah.
Do you think they ever have to rub people's feet?
Yeah.
Do you think a male massage therapist has ever rubbed a male client's feet?
Yeah,
do that make him gay?
Not even break that down.
Hold on. Do that make him gay? I'm asking, does that make him gay?
No.
Okay.
It don't make you gay. It make you a massage therapist. But I wouldn't rub another man's feet. Hey, would you rub my feet?
Oh.
Am I weird a lot? I would give your ass. Wait. I would give your ass $1 million. Rub my feet.
I don't know why this is so fun. Something wrong with you, Ron. Y'all, Ron, you got anything else?
Wait. Okay, that was we're calling for you. Okay. All right, shit, I forgot, but I'm gonna go play the lotto right now. Oh, wait. Hey, I hug men. Men hug men all the time, and it's a term of endearment. But we don't rub each other's feet. Bye, man.
All right, Ron, I appreciate you, Ron. Oh, y'all homophobic. Y'all are homophobic. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. And thank you, Dwayne. Unnecessary insecurities. It's a movie role. It's a movie. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Ibadathia says, I was going to be a massage therapist, but because I had to massage another man, I couldn't take the course. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? That's wild. That's wild. You ain't never watched football and they run the play and then somebody go down and they grab their leg and they start massaging it, and then the trainer runs out and he's a big burly dude and he take that man's leg and put it over his shoulder and he stretch him out and start rubbing his hamstring. And so when y'all see that, y'all think, he gay. No, he's massaging the man's leg. That's intimate. His muscle is cramping. He's doing his job. But y'all be watching that thinking, Twinbee, somebody gonna think he gay. I couldn't do that job because somebody somewhere might say I was gay. They make a lot of money. Mary says, medical reasons. It's different. It's not different. This is entertainment reasons. We're acting. We're acting. I'm not even talking about rubbing somebody's thigh. I'm talking about holding hands. The trainers in sports are women with strong hands. No. I mean, some of them, but no. Pay attention. You'll see. Whole lot of men come out there, throw that man leg up over his shoulder and get to rubbing. And y'all be sitting there thinking, he gay. I'll be honest, you know what I be thinking? How much do the trainers get paid? I'm pretty sure they get paid handsomely. And Twin, they don't care if people think they gay. They making that money. All right. We'll move on. Is he allowed to grip the back of your head when he hugs you? Hold on, let me tell you this story. This is a true story. I'm trying to say the story because I know people who hug people. And is it inappropriate for a man to lay his head on your shoulder when y'all dap up? Because a dap is usually a real quick, you know what I'm saying? It's very kind of precise movements that are very much, you boom, knock it out. That arm go there, and out. And there's a guy that I dap up and he lays his head on my shoulder and it's so uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable. And I don't really know how to handle it. I don't think like he was raised with a dad. So I feel like maybe his dad never told him like, bro, don't lay your head on the shoulder when you dap. Like that's not the way you dap. He get everything else right. But then he go, and I'm like, it's so uncomfortable. And I pushed him away. And like, he didn't, it's full side, like his whole ear be on my shoulder and lips facing towards my neck. Now, we wasn't there long enough for him to breathe on me. But it's, and he do this. And I'm like, it's so uncomfortable. Cultural differences also, where is he from? He from here. He from Cincinnati. He ain't like no African dude or nothing like that. And so I haven't dapped him up since he did it, but I've noticed him do it with other dudes when he dap them up. And so somehow he believes that that's the way you dap, but he always lays his head on the person's shoulder. And if they let him, it lingers a little too long. And I just want to know, would I be out of line? I'm a little older than him. Would I be out of line if I told him it is someone at a church? Would I be out of line? Because, at church, people hug. And, brothers dap up. Would I be out of line, or would I just be helping him to tell him, like, bro, don't lay your head on the shoulder when you do that? I knew I couldn't do it in that moment because I wanted to say, and of course I couldn't do it in church, but I wanted to say, what the F you doing? That's what I wanted to say. So I kind of pushed back, and he gave me this look, almost like he's not gay. He's definitely not gay. Well, I can't say definitely because I don't follow the brother home, but he's not gay. I don't get a sense that he's gay at all. He's just untaught. He's just untaught. But maybe Jacqueline say Telly, Lewis say Telly. I'll tell him. I don't think I'm fairly certain he's not gay. If I had to bet money on it, I would bet money that he's not gay. He's just not taught. Believe it or not, some men are not taught and I think a lot of this happens in particular, when you're raised by a woman or women and you don't have a lot of male figures in your life and nobody takes you under or just takes time to teach you. I told this story, but this was so many years ago. I was at a bowling alley because I like to bowl. So I was at a bowling alley and I had to use the restroom. I walked into the bathroom and there was a guy, standing at a urinal. And I turned around and walked out. Not that I'm ashamed to be at a urinal while a guy is at a urinal, but this guy at the urinal, and he was a grown man, but he had, I'm trying to make sure I say it in a way that don't sound completely out of line, but it was totally out of line. His pants and his underwear pulled all the way down around his ankles, standing there at the urinal, using the bathroom. And I walked in, just use the bathroom. And I turned around and walked out. And I'm thinking, probably nobody ever taught that young man that that's not what you do. You just pull it out. But he had everything down to his ankles. And I felt dirty. Like, no, this was at a bowling alley. So I walked out. It took me a minute. I malfunctioned for just a moment. But I just turned around and walked out because I'd never seen anything like that. Yes, it was a grown man. Well, when I say grown, he was in his maybe early 20s. Maybe early 20s. And And of course, I kind of wanted to say, like, hey, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. But if he never was taught, you know what I'm saying, single mom and all of that kind of stuff, I'm thinking maybe that was the case. Now, it's not the same dude to lay his head on your shoulder when you dap him up. And I agree. Somebody said pull him to the side, have a conversation with him, and tell him, don't lay your head on the brother's shoulder. I will do that. As a matter, no, I would do that. I was going to say maybe I'll call him. Maybe I'll call him. But no, I'll wait. And Sunday, I will tell him. I'll tell you how it turned out. But I will tell him. Don't lay your head on somebody's shoulder when you dap them up. That's inappropriate. I'll tell him. I've been fighting with it for a minute. I asked Mrs. Livingston, and she was like, maybe you shouldn't tell him, that might not be your place. But he don't know. Somebody got to tell him. Somebody got to tell him. All right. Hold on. Now let me do this. Copy. Hold on. Browser. Hold on. Okay. Paste. All right. There that is. Up here. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving some stuff around. Oh. I don't know what that is, but I just moved that, and that shouldn't be moved. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that should do. All right. Are y'all ready to read some Constitution? Y'all ready to read some Constitution? Or do y'all want to wait till tomorrow and we'll come in, we'll do the hellos, and then we'll do Constitution? What time is it? Ooh, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, tomorrow is Constitution. I'll start off, we'll do Constitution. We'll do Constitution after the hellos. And then, if I have a story or two, we'll get into them. That's what we'll do. Tomorrow, Constitution. I might come up with a better way to show it to y'all, but this is, hold on, let's go here, here, here. This is the Constitution. And we'll go through it. And we'll read Article 1. I believe it's 10 sections. So y'all can all read along. I'm going to come up with a better way than this. I don't really like that. So I'll come up with a better way. But we're going to read at least Article 1 of the Constitution, and there are 8, 9, I think 10 sections. Not 10 sections in Article 1 of the Constitution. So we will definitely read Article 1 tomorrow. We might do Article 1 and Article 2, depending on, how I'm feeling and how fast I read and, how interesting it is. Oh, you want a PowerPoint presentation? Nat says, "Can we get the Cliff Notes version, sir?" No. No. Shahira says, "You must have missed when I said, obviously, we're not getting to the Constitution today." I didn't miss it. I saw it. I was busy, I think, proving my point or something when I saw it. But I did notice it. And when I saw it, I thought, yeah, we might not make it to the Constitution today. But no, Nat, we can't get the Cliff Notes version. That's the point here. We will read the Constitution. We will be amongst the very few people in America, I feel like, who have actually read the Constitution of the United States of America. But I don't know that a lot of people have actually done that. Twin says, "Hell with the Constitution, especially your topic today." That sentence doesn't make sense. I just want you to know that. Tanika wants a PowerPoint. Proving that the majority of your Facebook supporters are homophobic. I really don't understand how they didn't understand. And what I was trying to get in that last call was, so we got this role. I am, actor A. Actor B, who's also not gay. It's an older man. He's my dad in the movie. We have a touching moment and we hug each other. Eyes closed the whole night. Tears streaming down because I'm going to be a great actor. I'm going to be able to cry on cue. And we hug each other, pat each other on the back. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you. That would be cool. If that same actor, which is what I was trying to get the one caller to get to and give him a name. Somebody gave him the name Paul. If that same actor, Paul Johnson, now was my gay lover and we breaking up and he knock on my door to say bye forever, I'm not willing to hug him and say bye. Have a good life. And then him walk away. It's the same actor. But I'm not willing to do it if Paul is playing a gay man. Now, if Paul is playing my daddy, I'll hug the shit out of him. But if Paul is playing a gay man, I'm not hugging no gay man. You hugging Paul. It's the same dude. It's the same action. People gonna say, what? Why did you not have a problem hugging him when he was playing your daddy? It's the same man. Do you really think that because you hug him and he's pretending to be gay, that makes you gay? You're acting. Sierra, I see a whole lot of gay men. Well, I don't know a whole lot, but I've seen gay men play straight characters. And they don't have a problem hugging women, kissing women, getting into bed, hunching on women, all of that stuff. Now, look, because y'all know people get all this blowback now in Hollywood. Like gay actors be mad when a straight actor play a gay role. I'm like, well then, if that's what we gonna do, then let's just make it, you can only play a gay person if you gay. And you can only play a straight person if you straight. So all y'all gay people playing straight people, y'all out of jobs now. Cause we not doing that no more. I didn't think blowback like that. You nasty. Yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready to get out of here. But I tuned into the Lincoln Ware show late today. Who was the hater who brought it up? Y'all tell me, who was the hater who actually brought it up? Or the snitch? Or wait a minute. Who is the double agent? I heard him at one point say, we got some double agents. Who's the double agent? I want to know who the double agent is. Ross brought it up. Okay, that makes sense. So then I take back, if Ross the one brought it up, I take back what I said earlier when I said y'all ain't S. I take it back. I apologize even. We all know Ross ain't S. We know that already. I see you didn't want to read my second comment. I didn't see your second comment. A lot of comments go by that I don't read, Shahira. Like Nat said, cue the boing sound. I didn't read that. Twin said, Jericho Van trying to downplay me. I didn't read that. Anthony Prosser said, we the effing people in order to form an effing union. I didn't read that. Jericho Van Von said, why? I didn't read that. Twin said, a woman who makes love underneath the covers. I didn't read that. I saw all of these, but I didn't read them. I don't read literally every comment that come through. And when I say Ross ain't S, I mean in terms of he gonna cause trouble. Like there wasn't a commentary on him, you know, personally. I know he gonna cause trouble when he brought that crazy lady over here. Oh, hold on, let me say that. The show is over. I appreciate everybody for checking us out. Enjoy this nice weather. Have a great day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. The show is over. This is after show time. So yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not a good human being or anything like that. When he brought that crazy lady over, I don't remember her name. What's the crazy lady name? And I warned him then. Like, if you bring her over, I'm going to ban you. But he thought it was the funniest thing to bring her over. And then she came over here going, Inez. When he brought her over and she came over here going bonkers, he liked to cause trouble. He liked to cause trouble. So that's what I mean when I say he ain't S. That's what I mean. No, not Shelly. It was Inez. It was Inez. And since then, I still haven't figured out how to get his comments back. I haven't figured out how to get his comments back. He keeps saying he blocked, but he's not blocked. Freeman.
Yeah, man. What? Why can't I win, man? I ain't even did shit, man. Why y'all keep blaming every damn thing on me?
They told me that you the one who brought up yesterday's show to Mr. Ware.
That was Tanika, man. Tanika brought it up. I just asked who was going to tell first. It's a big difference.
Okay. Well.
So, I mean, why you? I mean, it's crazy. Y'all all on my back, and you got a damn
Tanika said you the one who
harasser.
I'm reading the comments, and Tanika
what you gonna do about the damn dude that keep on harassing me and homosexual?
And Tanika said you the one who brought it up.
Tanika just trying to be cover her ass, man.
Everybody's saying it was you. And I'm going to tell you, based on your history, I believe them.
I mean, everybody love to make me the bad guy. I mean, you know, I ain't no damn. I mean, damn, I can't win.
You
what
love
the fuck?
to be
I
the
mean, it
bad
ain't too
guy.
much I can do to win, man.
You love being the bad guy.
No, it ain't that, man. I mean, I just try to tell the truth and keep everything official, man. I ain't no reason to tell no lie or tell no story, is it?
Well, they say that you lying. Somebody literally put liar.
I don't have Lincoln Ware phone number. I only got Tamiko's.
What that got to do with you going on his chat saying, whatever?
You was there, man. Ain't
No,
nobody
I
else
wasn't
seen me
there.
tell nothing.
I wasn't there. I didn't get there till later.
Man, I didn't tell shit, man. Everybody likes saying my name. That damn homosexual dude got everybody feeling the way about me or some shit, man. I don't understand. Why y'all fucking with me instead of that homosexual dude?
I don't know what homosexual dude you're talking about.
Valerie Davis, Homo Jones.
Oh, that's y'all. Look, that's the two of y'all going back and forth. Y'all seem to enjoy it.
Man, I'm not doing nothing, man. I'm just trying to chill and live my life. Every time I turn around, it's that damn homosexual dude talking shit.
Y'all seem to enjoy going back and forth.
Why can't you just tell that motherfucker to leave me alone, man? I don't go back and forth with no homosexual.
Then block
Why
him.
would I go back and forth with a homosexual?
Blocking.
Well, if I block him, he gonna think I'm scared of him.
Now you worried about what people think about you?
Shit, hell yeah. What the fuck? Hey, I mean, he talk behind my back as Kenny Jones, as Lamont Jones, and only time I see what he talk shit is Valerie Davis. So, I mean, shit, I got to stand my ground, bro.
Well, hold on. Let me say this. I respect you telling the truth.
Yeah. You know I'm going to tell the truth. I don't give a fuck about shit.
Unlike Twin, you said, yeah, I care what people think. And I acknowledge that because there's certain people that I don't block.
I'll be damned. I ain't say no shit like that, man.
Yes,
I just said I want to make sure this motherfucker mad and make sure that motherfucker see the shit I'm talking, man.
Now you gonna do it too? I asked you,
what?
so you care what he think, and you say, yeah, I don't want him to think
I don't
I'm
give a
scared
fuck
of him.
what he think. I don't give a fuck what he
do.
think.
You
that nigga
just finished
I just
saying-
want I
do
just
y'all
want that
not
nigga to
listen
be
to
mad.
yourselves?
I just want the nigga to be mad. That's it.
Wait, do y'all not listen to yourselves when y'all be talking?
Man, stop doing that shit, man. That's the same reason the motherfucker don't call. Stop doing that. I told your ass I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I just don't like homosexuals.
Ross Freeman, you literally just said, I said, why don't you block him? You said, because I don't want him to think I'm scared. That means you care what he think.
No, I don't care what he think, man.
Y'all don't listen to yourselves. You
know I'm careless. You know I'm careless. Why would I care about him?
You either don't listen to yourself or you don't thoroughly understand the English language.
Well, let's rephrase that. I want him to see what I say so he can be, so he won't be so he'll be in the know. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't got to go call them girls and ask them girls what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all like
them type of niggas that be going and asking your old girlfriend what you did and what you used to do and all that old other shit?
No. But y'all like the back and forth. I'm 100% convinced y'all like the back and forth.
Nah, man, I'm a short dude, so I got to defend myself. If a nigga talk shit, I got to stand up. What you mean? You supposed to understand what I'm saying.
What you trying to say?
Nigga, you shorter than a motherfucker. You do the same shit. It's just like me, you and Lincoln. You don't let Lincoln say nothing without responding. If Lincoln say he gonna smack the shit out of you, what you gonna do?
Probably just laugh. Now, if I think he's serious, then I'm a probably
I'll be laughing too, but I want to make sure the shit's funny. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the last laugh. You know what I'm talking about?
Look, I think y'all like back and forth. I'm not getting in the middle of that.
Nah, he a cheerleader, man. That nigga, if I don't shit, he can't swallow. You know, if I don't motherfucking say nothing, he can't say shit. The nigga he ain't got no motherfucking brain or no voice. The nigga, he gotta wait on me to say something for the nigga to say something. You know what I'm saying? He like the little motherfucking the bird on my motherfucking shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
No, you lost me at if I don't ask, he can't swallow. You lost me right there. I don't even know exactly what that means. It just sounds nasty.
I mean, come on, man. Why you gotta motherfucking challenge my intellect, man? You know what I'm saying. If I don't motherfucking say nothing, he ain't got shit to say. It's like that nigga got baby mama syndrome. You know them damn baby mamas that be mad at you because you got a new bitch or because you got somebody new. You know, it's like this nigga, man. I don't know what the fuck this nigga mad at me about.
Well, then just stop engaging with him.
You tell the nigga to stop acting homosexual, bro. We in this shit together.
I don't know neither one of y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know neither one of y'all to tell y'all nothing.
Nigga, you do know me. We met when I met Tanika.
Just because I met you don't mean I know you.
You met a homosexual nigga that wear a bow tie?
Probably. Typically, when I see ends walking around with bow ties, I think there might be something there. So I can't say with 100% certainty.
Only homosexual nigga I know that wear bow ties is Valerie Davis. Hey man, why? How a real man gonna motherfucking walk around with a name like Valerie Davis and talk about motherfucking a nigga balls and dick and shit all the time?
I don't know. I don't know.
So, you know everything else. You got all them other gay questions. Ask his ass why everything gay come out his mouth.
You ask him. You talk about gay as much as he talk about gay.
Man, why you keep twisting every damn thing backwards, man?
Truth.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I see y'all comments, and y'all both talk about gay all the time. That's what y'all talk about. Y'all talk about gay. Like, y'all can find the gay in the straightest thing ever. Like somebody say, the straightest thing ever, and you gonna say, yeah, Valerie like that straight thing, and it's, you know what? Like, y'all...
What kind of gay ass nigga gonna say he on you like back pockets? That shit is gay in a motherfucker, man. Where you get that type of talk from? A porno?
I don't know, but you say stuff like that too.
Man, I got jokes, man. I don't say no gay jokes.
No, your jokes. You have gay jokes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Bro, come on, man. Just stop hating real quick, bro. Let's have a serious conversation.
Hold on, man. Jokes,
let's have a serious conversation, man. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, man.
Maybe try this for me. Try this. If you stop saying gay stuff, maybe he'll stop saying gay stuff.
Yeah, bro. Lincoln told him to stop. Everybody keep telling him to stop. He won't stop and don't stop. I
didn't tell him to stop. I said if you stop, maybe he'll stop.
Man, he talking about beating me up. I ain't stopping shit. I'm pressing buttons.
Then you must like it.
No, man, I'm proving a point, man. Stop. Why you twisting the damn thing around, man? I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm proving a point because dude thinks somebody soft for somebody. He can talk shit, and I ain't gonna talk shit back. Like, you know, that nigga even know where I live at, man. That nigga told me my address before, man. That nigga done sent me selfies before, Emanuel.
Well, if you want to get back at him, send me some selfies back.
What type of nigga send another nigga selfies, man?
Send some back to him then.
Bruh, I'm in it for the poom. Look, come on, man. Let me ask you a question. You think I'm in it for the poom poom, right? You know I ain't nothing in this motherfucker looking for no niggas. I'm in it for the poom poom, right?
I have no idea.
Come on, man. I'm out here for that.
I believe you.
I'm out here for it. I put dents, bruh. Bro, let me tell you something, man.
I don't know. I've never seen you. I've never seen you do anything with a woman. I put dents
in the chat. Cause I put dents in the chat. So I ain't never talking to none of you square body niggas, man. You hear me?
I don't know.
Y'all be talking to me.
You said it like I know, like I follow you home. I don't know your address. You ain't never sent me a selfie. I know you got a perm, but that don't mean nothing.
Nigga, I said Lamont Jones sending niggas selfies and he know my address. Fuck you talking about a perm. I ain't got no damn perm, man. Why you keep on playing, man?
You ain't got a perm, you sure?
You got a hairline, motherfucker?
I have one.
I mean, dude.
It's unconventional. But, hold on, for real, you telling me you don't have a perm?
Nigga, you see all the hair on my face?
That's the natural texture of your hair.
Nigga, you see all the hair on my face? Why you play so much, man?
What that got to do with whether or not you got a perm?
Why you play so much? Why you can't have an honest damn conversation, man?
I'm having an honest conversation. You asked me if you gay. I don't know if you gay. You say you not gay, so I accept that you not gay.
I didn't ask you if I was gay, man. I didn't never say no shit like that.
Yes, you did.
Man, bro, you was crazy. Man, you was crazy as hell, man. I ain't never said no shit like that.
Don't you?
Man,
and I'm like,
nigga,
no,
bruh,
I take your word for it.
Listen, man, this is not none of them other cats, man. This is Ross Freeman, man. 100% Mandingo. Ain't no motherfucking delusion or no space aliens. Ain't no motherfucking pregnant baby mamas. Ain't no motherfucking Amazons, nigga. I go ham on women. I ain't out there doing all this crazy ass shit you talking about, man. Stop. Put some respect on my name, man.
I didn't say you was doing anything. I don't know what you're doing.
Hey.
Look, all I know is you had long hair. It was night when I met you. Somebody say you got locks. I thought it was a perm. I could be wrong. That's why I asked the question.
Hold on, man. Pause, nigga. You ain't just. What you say was? What's nice, nigga?
I said
it
was night when I met
you.
Hold.
What was nice?
When I met you.
Man, hold on. It wasn't nice when you met me, man. Don't be talking all that stuff. Bruh, stop doing that, Emanuel.
It was night. It was. We was over Tanika's picking up cakes. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Man, I didn't even look at you good. What you talking about? It was nice, man. I was talking to Tanika. You talking about what was nice. What's wrong with you, man?
I don't even know what you talking about.
You acting like Valerie Davis, man. Stop talking about something was nice.
I clearly said night, and it was.
Oh, it's night. Okay. Oh, my fault. Shit, my fault. Damn, bro. You touched the button. Hey, bro, just keep it official. Don't talk gay, because it. Go ahead. Say it again.
I said I met you once. It was night. Your hair was long. I thought it was a perm. Apparently, you got locks, and that's why I asked the question. Because all this time I thought you had a perm. That's why I was like, that brother looked like Cat Williams walking around with a perm and a beard.
Why you got to be a fucking hater, man? What would give you the slightest idea of me having a damn perm? And my name is Ross Freeman. What the hell you think Ross mean?
A name. That's it. I would imagine a brother named Ross could have a perm.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. You gonna unblock? That's what I'm saying. You scared of these? You scared of this heat? You don't want me on your chat, huh? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't even want me on your chat because you scared of this heat.
You on the chat?
You don't even be saying what's up to me, man. You hate you.
Well,
you talking about I'm a cool cat? You don't even want to say what's up. You don't want to say, hey, what's up, Ross Freeman? I salute you.
I
salute you, Big Ross.
You say.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, say what's up, Big Ross, like Val Dildo and them other niggas be doing.
Everybody else can see what you say. I don't see what you say.
That's what I'm saying, because you trying to block my algorithms. You trying to knock my shine down. You trying to block my shine.
You trying to get shine off of me?
Man, I got algorithms, man.
Okay. I don't know what any of that got to do with you being or not being gay.
Okay, so that's it. You're gonna keep me blocked, right?
You're not blocked.
I got it off my chest, bro. I just didn't appreciate you and the chat insinuating that I be telling on motherfuckers. I don't be telling on. The only thing I'm telling is that Val Dildo is a homosexual. That's the only fact I know. I don't got no other thing to tell or testify about. Everything else, I don't got no business with nothing else, man. Get that damn gay guy off of my. Telephone.
I say if he sends you a selfie, you send him a selfie.
Bruh, what man sent you a nigga ever sent you a selfie? Tell the truth.
No, but if he sends you a selfie, you send him one.
Yeah, fuck that, man. This nigga mad because I won't be his friend. The nigga wanted to be my friend at first. Now the nigga mad I won't be his motherfucking friend.
I'm telling you.
Now I'm all types of motherfucking this and that and all types of shit. Like, this nigga crazy, man.
I'm telling you how to deal with it.
I think he asked that lady how big my dick is too, bro.
But I'm telling you, that's how you deal with it. If he sends you a selfie, you send him one.
Man, that's some gay ass shit, man. Why you been so gay today, man?
What's gay about that? He sent you one. You send him one. Show him what it feels like.
I'm gonna send another nigga a picture of me for, man. You got the game fucked up, man. Nigga, I go hard out here, man. I don't be doing nothing with these niggas, man.
Show him what it feel like. You don't like it. When you do it to him, he won't like it. Show him what it feel like. That's all I'm saying.
Hell no, man. Nah, dude, don't take no for an answer, man. That nigga a real homosexual, cuz. Even his jokes be gay. He be saying shit like, oh, I'm gonna tear your ass up, or, oh, I'm on your ass like back pockets, or, oh, I'm gonna kick him in his dick, or so, like, everything the nigga say is homosexual as hell. You hear me?
Well,
the nigga can't say a straight joke. But no, a real nigga be like, bro, I'm just gonna punch you in your eye, nigga. This nigga be like, oh man, I'm gonna punch you in your eye and slap you too. Like, motherfucker, like, this nigga can't even. Like, bro, I'm telling you, man. Y'all gonna get that nigga fucked up, man. Y'all keep on letting that nigga play with me like that, man. I'm telling you, man. Tell that nigga I don't play with people, man. You hear me?
If he tell you he gonna punch you and then slap you in the face, tell him you gonna punch him and then scratch his eyes out. You know what I'm saying? You have to show him how it feel.
You ain't shit, man. I thought you was a preacher. That's fucked up, yeah. That's why you in the bathroom with little motherfuckers with their ass all out and shit, because you do unto other motherfuckers as other motherfuckers do unto you. You par with shit like that, man. I don't be around no niggas with their ass out, or no motherfucker with their tongue out, or no niggas leaning on my shoulder, or no shit like that, bro. Like, I don't know where you coming from with all of this other stuff, man.
You just got a brother sending you,
to push that shit on me, man?
You just got a brother sending you selfies.
Let's have a man conversation, man. Stop putting your stuff on me, man.
You the one said he sends you selfies.
I'm telling you to tell him to stop, bro.
I'm just telling you, do it back to him.
No.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know the brother. I think y'all both like it, and it is what it is. Oh, hold on. I do want to ask you this, though, for real. How did you get Zoe to unblock you?
Man, that motherfucker unblocked me for one motherfucking day, man. I must have said something and touched his motherfucking button. That's what somebody told on me is what it was. I said something and somebody told on me. So that gay ass nigga came to investigate me. This motherfucker investigating my posts and shit. I'm saying shit. I'm seeing this gay nigga putting laughies and whatever emojis and shit on my thing. So I say, oh shit, okay, this ain't on another homosexual watching me and shit. So then that nigga said something fly, so I jumped on. I had to get him because I knew it was only gonna be a short window for me to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, flame his gay ass.
Why do all the homosexuals come to you?
Man, listen to me, man. I be in these chats, bro. Nigga, my DMs be jumping. You hear me? And another lady be cool with that gay ass nigga, and she must have brought up my name, man. Hey, man, when you motherfucking walking around doing this shit I'm doing, bro, niggas gonna be mad at you. You hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, I'll be out here doing that.
I just know one day
I'll be out here putting work in, Emanuel.
On Lincoln Ware show.
Stay ringing my bell.
What?
Cougar, stay ringing my doorbell, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? My track crank on the weekends.
Okay, I don't 100% know how that's a flex, but I was watching Lincoln's show one day, and you was roasting Zoe, and I was using one of my 6 fake profiles, and I laughed at something you said, and next thing I know, I was blocked. But you was still going back and forth with Zoe. And I'm like, how did he get unblocked? But I'm still blocked.
Yeah.
I got blocked for laughing at what you said, but you not blocked anymore.
No, he only blocked me for about 30 minutes. I might have got 30 minutes of cap seeing on that gay ass nigga. And he don't like me, man. That's what I'm saying. Don't nobody like my comedy because at first I didn't know how to work the emoji. So motherfuckers used to block me because it'd be a joke and shit, but they took the shit serious. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to tell a good joke. My shit come out serious. So when I be telling jokes, motherfuckers, and now my emojis don't work. Like you block me, and everybody unblock me, and then Facebook don't even let me use emojis or nothing. No damn more.
If you were blocked, you could not see my show.
But it usually be jokes, man. But shit, it come out real fucked up because niggas y'all might have caught me on a bad day or something, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That damn Valerie Dildo dude, man. If everything today was peaceful, man, but that damn anytime that damn gay, that homosexual ass nigga come around, man, it fucked my whole day up, man.
Look, again, I think both of y'all like it. That's what y'all kind of get off on.
No, I said it. I done proved my point now. I'm gonna block his homosexual ass. Fuck him. I mean, I know where the nigga work at. He work up there making 200 The nigga make 300 sandwiches a day up there on McAllister, right up the street from my people. I grew up on Kenwood Road. That nigga stay 5 minutes from my mama house. That nigga, man, he easy to catch, man. I make it so that nigga can't make a sandwich in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what
That's what I was talking about. He know where you live. You know where he work. He sends you a selfie. You send him a selfie. Y'all, yeah, there you go.
No, man, you talking all that bullshit, nigga. I'm talking about the end result, man. I'm playing chess. I don't fucking playing checkers.
Don't hate on checkers.
Huh?
Don't hate on checkers.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I didn't have nothing, man. I'll just stop saying my damn name. Don't be lying on me. I don't lie on you.
All right. He said y'all lying on him.
All right, bro.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, ciao.
All right.
Hey.
Yes.
Tell Valerie Dildo I said fuck him.
I won't do that, but you can tell him. I really did think he had a perm. But again, it was dark when I met him. It was night. Night. When I met him. And so, yeah. I thought it was a perm and he looked a little bit like Cat Williams. Who do I believe? I'm pretty sure that he did. Like, I was pretty sure before I even asked the question. So, all right. Anything else? Our hearts and minds clear. Tomorrow we are reading the Constitution. Hold on. Blade.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Blade, hold on. I'm going to hang up. Call me right back, okay?
Okay, buddy.
All right. I got to get this line together. It's doing that static thing. And I don't like that. I don't know why it does that. Okay, you can call back now. B-Rab.
What's up, E-Man? How you doing?
B-Rab, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. What just happened?
I don't really know.
Man, look. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Okay. Listen. Look. You can't get on the phone and be like this, E-Man, like, oh man, I ain't gay. I hate that nigga. Man, this nigga had the nerve to come out with some flip-flops on with his toes out. And then you be like, man, he had his toes out? Then the motherfucker be like, man, why you talking about toes for? I ain't gay. But man, I hate this dude, man, because he was saying something about me, man. Well, what did he say? Man, I ain't know no gay shit, man. Don't you get what I'm saying?
Not really.
Anyway, man, the gist of this phone call is, who cares what people think about you? Who cares what people say about you? All this back and forth with another grown-ass man about your sexuality, that looks more gay than anything. I had people used to call it, they probably still do, because of the way I talk, the way I sound. Like, oh, man, this guy sounds gay. This guy sounds like an auntie talking about me. But at the end of the day, man, I won't go back and forth with a person because of what they say on the chat or anybody, because honestly, they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable in my sexuality to laugh stuff off instead of getting offended. Now, people are different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You approach some certain people in certain different types of ways, they react differently. But at the end of the day, like, as a man, like, man, you cannot be going back and forth with, sometimes you got to just let shit roll. Like, you get what I'm saying, man? Because that last phone call was wild. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Am I making sense to you?
Yes, B-Rab. I understand what you're saying now. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's just all I wanted to say, man, because that was wild. Like, I don't know Ross Freeman. He sounded like a pretty cool brother or whatever. But, man, like, he was going off about, you know, people being gay, but at the same time still talking about dudes, but at the same time don't want to talk about dudes. But if you bring up something about a dude, he'd be like, oh, man, that ain't gay, man. Just quit talking about dudes all around in general. Like, F it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, that's how, like, as brothers, like, we need to learn some type of self-control.
Yeah.
But again, the environment we coming from, where we coming from, how we gotta act, the testosterone that's in us. Oh man, I can't let this nigga talk about me like that. The aggressiveness, oh man, I got to be more tough than you to show I'm a real nigga. You ain't no real nigga because I get louder than you and I know how to speak. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. You know what the fuck I'm saying, like type shit. Like, come on, man, we got to step it up, man. Like, this ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's 2025. And the way we still come at each other about pettiness when it's like we got issues going on in our household, everybody has problems. I give a crap what another man has to say about me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not coming at my people's wrong or sideways, we good. At the end of the day,
yeah,
me and a person who I'm having a disagreement with, we can have a conversation as men and talk about our issues.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you still following me or did I lose you?
No, I'm following you now. Yeah.
Okay, no, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Ross, you exuberated a lot of energy on somebody you don't like. Like, so at the end of the day, if you don't like that person, my book, fuck them. You don't like me, stay away from me. You don't have to mention me. If you do mention me, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, I know what I got going on. Like Ross said, he said he got old schools knocking at his door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep knocking off the old schools, Ross. You feel me? Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
that's
Do
not
you,
positive.
bro? Like, huh?
That's not positive.
What the old? I mean, I'm just going by what I understand, but that's what he said.
Well, yeah, but don't encourage it. Don't encourage it.
I mean, but it's not an encouragement. It's something that if you got something going on in your life, that
it
you
is
feel
very
like,
much an encouragement when you say keep knocking out the old school. That's encouraging.
no,
Yeah.
knocking, not physically beating them, like not knocking them out, like.
No, I know what
Like
you
knocking
mean.
them.
That's still not positive.
I mean, that's his lifestyle, though.
It's
If
not
he got
positive.
old schools,
But you don't
if
encourage
his
it.
lifestyle contained of old schools knocking at his door for some company, then keep doing you.
No. if doing you is doing something that's not positive, we can't encourage it. Like, I get it. Like, I understand what you're saying, but well, you can't encourage it. Just say that's what he do. That's what he do. But don't be like, keep doing that. Like, no, don't keep doing that. No, don't encourage negativity.
To me, that's that's better than beefing with a guy in a chat room.
Now I'm the opposite. I would rather see you beef with a guy in the chat room than to be exceptionally promiscuous with old chicks.
No, well, we got to agree to disagree, because I don't want. Like I said, our brothers can have a disagreement. All right, cool, boom. We disagree, like me and you having a disagreement, and we having a conversation about it. But I'm not about to be like, man, fuck you, E-Man. Man, what you saying is gay, man. I'd rather fuck these hoes. I'd rather knock up these old schools. You get what I'm saying, though?
I do. I understand what you're saying.
So, yeah, no, like, you know what I mean? I don't want, like, if you're going to have a disagreement in the chat, cool.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? I would rather, in my opinion, for him to be a player with the old school.
No.
Then, argue about a dude with his feet out, you calling him gay, and motherfucker mention some men's feet, and then in the conversation, you be like, oh, man, I ain't gay. I ain't looking at them niggas' toes. But, bro, I'm not saying this how it was. I'm just saying in general. But, bro, you the one who brought up a motherfucker with sandals on with his toes out. But when we talk about it, you saying you ain't gay. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
I get it.
Like, come on, man. Like, we have to start making sense of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, we have to, just certain shit we just gotta let down.
Yeah.
Certain shit we just gotta let down. Man.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. But I guess, it's in our culture. We got to talk tough. We got to be braggadocious. We got to talk about how many hoes we fuck. I ain't no real nigga unless I'm using some cuss words in my vernacular. I ain't no real nigga unless I got some slang to me. But I'm a square nigga if I try to talk to my brother about this, that, or a disagreement. Or I'm a square nigga if I think about what I want to say next instead of just saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just some things is just ass backwards, man. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm sorry, E-Man, for going on a rant, man. I really appreciate you letting me go on rants, man. I do.
I appreciate your interactions.
So what was the topic, man? I'm sorry.
But I don't know that we even want to get back into the topic. It was a Terrence Howard and, all of that stuff. And it's not necessarily talk about it anymore. It'll bring up homosexuality again.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, see that there. Yeah, nah. Oh, okay. Terrence Howard talking about Diddy and homosexuality activities and Hollywood.
No, he turned down a role because in the role he was gonna have to kiss a man.
Okay, that's square. That's square for Terrence Howard. Not meaning square that he's a square, but that's straight up and down. Straight across. That's square. That's good. If you don't want to do that, but at the same,
would you turn down a role that called for you to kiss a man?
Absolutely, yes.
Would you turn down a role that called for you to hold a man's hand?
Yes.
Would you turn down a role that called for you to hug a man?
No, not in a promiscuous way. Hey, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. That type of hug. But if the role says yes, Brian has to go up to Derek and hug him passionately like he misses him. No. Me and the script writer gonna have to do some changes.
It's a hug. It's the same action. It's a hug.
No. When you're acting, E-Man, and when you have certain types of characters that go along with the storyline, what you do on that screen, everything matters. It's not some hugs on screen when you hugging dudes just ain't a hug, bro.
Okay, would you passionately hold on? Would you passionately hug a man that was playing the role of your father?
like I said,
the script say B-Rab hugs his dad passionately.
Look, I'm about to explain to you about roles, characters, and script writing. You said, "Will I hug a man that's passionately playing a role as my father?" Depending on how the script reads. Now, listen to me, people in the back room, for the slow people, right, who doesn't understand script writing, movie writing, entertainment, characters, dialogue, the theme of the movie. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, back to your question, E-Man. Now, depending on if the script writes interior night, this, that, and the other. Brian, his dad, he thought he was dead.
Uh-huh.
He didn't see his dad in 15 years. My
Right.
dad, he didn't see his dad in 15 years.
Uh-huh.
Now Brian is the age of 30.
Right.
He saw his dad after his mom told him he was dead.
Uh-huh.
So Brian sees his dad,
Yeah.
and he runs over there and gives him a hug passionately.
Right.
Now, okay.
Would you do
now
that?
I would talk to, huh?
Would you do that?
Now this, let me go, because all this is acting and script writing. Okay, mind you. Now I would go to the director, and as the director, I would be like, okay, I haven't seen my dad in 15 years. My character, how passionate do you want this hug? Do you want this hug as, "Oh, Dad, I missed you so much. Nice to see you," or do you want Dad like? And the director would have to direct me on what that passion type of hug means.
But you would
Does
hug
that
him.
answer your question?
But you would hug him.
Depending on what the direction is.
Well, the director is not gonna say, "I want you to have an erection." You know what I'm saying? He wants you to hug your damn
Yeah, I
daddy.
understand that.
He wants you to hug your
I
damn daddy.
understand that.
Will you hug your damn daddy?
Okay, yeah. Okay,
All right, then. What? Why was that hard? What, man?
Because you have to be technical on saying certain things, man. Like, that's all. Like,
No, you
just got
don't. But what I'm telling you
yes,
is,
you do.
if Terrence Howard is playing the role of your daddy, you would hug him passionately. Same man.
As a me, depending on the script, yes.
All right.
Not as no gay man.
But
No,
why not? It's
as
the
no gay
same man.
No.
It's Terrence Howard. Now, this time, he's playing a gay man that you thought was dead, but you hadn't seen him for 20 years, and you just seen him, and the script say Brian hugs Terrence passionately, and you go hug the exact same man.
But okay, but it's the direction, man. You can't just say passionately. It's too many directions to being passionate.
It's a hug. It's a hug.
It's not this,
You're hugging Terrence Howard. It's a hug.
It's different directions.
He don't want you to grab his booty. He don't want you to rub him up and down. He just wants you to hug him like, "I thought you was dead and now you alive. I'm going to hug you."
Right. Because now you be flipping the script and changing the narrative. Now my dad has to be gay.
No,
okay?
He's not your dad anymore. Now he's your former lover that you thought was dead.
No, I'm not playing those. See, that's what I mean. Like you flipping the script.
All right.
I'm not playing no gay man.
Okay.
Period. I'm not playing no gay man.
Well, you just said you would play a gay man. You said that you would hold a man's hands in a movie.
I did not say I would hold a man's hand.
Yes,
I
you
ain't say
did.
that.
Oh my God, do y'all not listen to yourselves when y'all talk?
No, you don't
I
listen.
asked
You
you
only
that
hear what
question
you want to
and
hear
you
to
said,
fit your
yes,
narrative.
I would hold his hand. I said, would you hug? And you said, no.
What?
That was where you
I
drew
did
the
not say
line.
I would
Oh
hold-
my God, do
See,
y'all
when we-
not listen
when
to
we-
yourselves?
When we get off this phone, I'm going to rewind it, you know what I'm saying, to the part when you asked me if I would hold a man's hand. I said no. I
You
know
said
what I
yes.
said. Oh, my God. I wish somebody would rewind it. I said no. N-O, flat out. I would not hold. Why would I sit here and say yes to holding a man's hand? And then the next question you ask me, will I hug somebody? And I say no to that.
I don't know why you would do it.
Because I didn't say yes.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood, and I thought you said yes, and you actually said no. Okay, my bad.
I fanatically 100% said I would not script writing, even if I was an actor. First of all, for me to hold a man's hand, more than likely I would have to probably be playing a gay role. I'm not a gay man, so I won't play a gay role. Therefore, I will not hold a man's hand.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's no. No, I won't. But
All right.
to each his own. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If dudes like, messing with, to do you, like, you know what I mean? I don't outcast people who like to do that stuff. Like, you do you, like, you know what I mean? So.
All right.
All right, that's what's up, you man. See, there you go, trying to flip the script on me, bro. I wasn't going for that, bro.
I didn't try to. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Nah, you ain't about to, you know what I mean, flip the script on me, bro. Nah, I ain't going for that trickery talk by the king of talk.
Okay. Hey, B-Rap, man, enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, you too. I want everybody, man. I want, before I get up, I want everybody in the chat to be safe. I want everybody to enjoy your time with your family. Get out, get some walking in. You know what I mean? Let the sunshine hit y'all. Like, who cares what other people think about y'all? You know, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let's just, try to be try to be better to each other. Like, you know what I mean? And one more thing before I get off the phone, you man.
All right.
And now it's time for the wrestling report. Now, remember last week, John Cena. Nah, I'm just playing. Shout out to Brent, man. Hey, E-Man, man, you have a good day, man. I appreciate you, brother.
You do the same, B-Rap. All right, that was B-Rap. Now let me close this down and open it back up in case somebody calls in, because Blade called in, and I don't Daryl say, well, how am I trying to convince all of these men to accept the gay role? I'm trying to illustrate to all of these men that if you hugging a man and you pretending, he ain't really your daddy, right? For the sake of the argument, Terrence Howard is not your actual daddy. He's an actor playing your daddy. So you go and you hug the actor playing your daddy. What's the difference between hugging Terrence Howard in that role and hugging Terrence Howard, he's your lover, and you just hug him? It's the same hug. It's the same person. You're the same two people. Neither one of y'all gay. You don't have to have an erection when you do it. You just do it. It's the same dude. Like, oh, I hugged Terrence Howard in a movie. Well, what was the role? Well, he was my daddy. But what was the role? Well, he was my lover. Y'all, you did the exact same thing. I don't understand the block in y'all minds. You cool hugging a dude unless the script say he gay. So, damn what the script say. You know you not gay. You know he not gay. So what? I'm just trying to understand it. That's it. I don't understand it. Jerica?
Are you done?
I think so.
God damn. You are really serious about this Terrence Howard gay thing.
For real, I just don't understand the difference.
Maybe it's because, and I don't know how this works because I don't have a penis, when you all hug face to face, right? Like when a woman hugs a woman, our breasts touch, right? When a man hugs a man, do you all penis touch?
No.
Penises?
No. If you hug a man and his penis touches your penis, y'all both gay.
Okay.
That's no, they don't touch.
I was thinking that maybe that was why.
No.
There's such resistance to. But secretly, I think probably half of those guys who said no would take the money and would just hope that no one sees them on screen. Because who's really turning down $7 million, right? I would, because I'm not gay, but I would kiss a woman for $7 million. There's some things I wouldn't do for $7 million. But kissing a woman, hugging a woman, I would do for $7 million. I think just about any woman would, but it may be different, right, for men and women. I don't know. But I really think the reason why they're not being truthful or being so resistant or thinking that you're trying to catch them up is because you do try to catch people up sometimes. You kind of mind fuck. You kind of mind fuck people sometimes. You really do.
I do
Yes,
not.
you do.
I just ask
You've always done
questions and
that.
I expect honesty.
Right, but I think they're like, okay, there's some catch in here. What am I missing? He's going to get me. And they don't want their sexuality or manhood to come into question. I don't know why that would, because if you're so confident within your sexuality, I mean, go for it. The one guy on P-Valley, he was a thug and he was gay and he was having all these homosexual encounters, but in real life, he's not gay. He's like married with children. So,
I don't mean
there's that. But shut up. Let me make my point. You can't mind fuck me. Don't Eugene me. So then Ross. Now, I've never heard Ross before, ever. I've seen his comments. I blocked him. But he is hilarious. I hope he calls in more. But one thing I may or may not use is I'm on your ass back pockets. I've never heard that before in my life. Kind of like CK with the, you can only think so high. Your intellect only goes to a certain level. Classic. Those are lovely. We need them on a T-shirt. Now, what I will also add in is I'm not going to bother CK because CK said he was going to try to expose me. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't want CK stalking me with my address. I'm not sending any pictures or anything like that. So I don't know, but I'm going to leave CK alone. He's a special person. I don't know where to go with Twin, on the other hand. I'm going to leave that alone, too. But I will say today has been funny. Yesterday was hilarious. I didn't get to call in yesterday, but it was hilarious. And then listening to Lincoln after your show, and I don't know why Lincoln was going so hard at you. I think it was because people were coming in his comments, and he said that he had gotten some text messages and some screenshots in his inbox. I think that's why he did it. But I think he secretly still likes you, enjoys you, watches the show. I don't think he wants to have beef with you, in my opinion. I don't think he does.
I don't want to have it with him either.
Yeah, well, you have the unresolved thing with, your teacher, and I think he is showing signs of being similar to that teacher. So, hurt people. So unhealed things can come out as adults. So I get it. But yeah, when he said about falling, were you there when he said, when he was telling the story?
Uh-huh.
And he said, when you fall, you have your elbows in the air. I've never fallen like that. Whenever I fall, and I'm not saying anything, on the air, so I'm not trying to be secretive. But when you fall, you tend to fall backwards, and you tend to try to brace yourself when you fall by using your elbows. So I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not trying to say he's not being honest. But when he said that, I was like, I've never had that happen. Because even if you're trying to block someone and your arms are up, when you fall, your instinct is going to be to stop yourself from falling.
Throw them arms back to catch yourself, yes.
Yeah, you're going to subconsciously do that. So I don't know. None of my business. Not my monkey, not my circus. But it was hilarious.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a few quick questions. His telling of the story and my telling of my understanding, the three different, I guess, people who have told me the story. Did he say anything that contradicted anything that I said?
No, I think it was in line with what you said, right? So you provided different takes of the story from people that you have talked to. But I mean, one thing you were consistent in saying was you weren't there.
Right.
And this is what someone else said. So no, I don't think that was. I think he just wanted to make you the bad guy in that, because he tries to make it sound like you just gripe about him and try to run him through the mud on your show, which I don't think you do. I think you just answer questions that other people present, and of course you're unapologetically Emanuel. So there's that as well. But I think he likes you. I think he likes you and doesn't want the beef. But yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Sorry, you said you had a couple questions.
No, that was it. Just making sure that, I didn't overly hype the story or throw in details that didn't exist and all that. Like, even he admitted that he asked Jimmy the vet for help. So even though Jimmy the Vet side of the story was he was saying, help, help. He didn't say he was saying help, help, but he did say that he said, hey, help me hold this guy down. So if Jimmy perceived that as help, help, then, that was Jimmy's version of the story. But, like, that's the one thing that I was thinking, like, he could be upset because I said that, but that was what Jimmy said. But then when he said, I asked Jimmy to help me, I'm like, I can see Jimmy perceiving that as help, and going in there to help him. So I just, I use people sometimes to double check myself to make sure, like I didn't, like I say, overhype the story or anything like that.
It's not for nothing. It was us, right? Just like the fact that because I had never heard the story before. If I did, I just didn't remember. And the fact that there were so many of us, like, oh my God, this is crazy, just in the amazement of the story and being wrapped up in it. I think that's what kind of got it, like, oh my goodness. But no, I think it was presented to him in like, oh, they shitting on you over there on the Emanuel's page. That's probably how it was presented. Because of course, black people and whites alike, whatever, but we're black, so that's what I'm saying, black, like messy. And unfortunately, a lot of your supporters and the supporters of Lincoln Ware's show, and then what's his name? Wyatt. His show, like messy. And unfortunately, it's the men that like it messy, right? Because they do the same thing with Wyatt. They take information from this show, people are saying, and take it over there. Of course, he has a few female minions also, but for the most part, it's the men, unfortunately. But it's cute and it's fun. That's why I think some of them would take the $7 million, because you're already messy, you're already showing female tendencies. Why not take the $7 million? But yes. So that's all I wanted to call it and say.
All right. And just for the record again, because I say it all the time, but just to be clear, I don't have beef with Lincoln. I don't have a problem with Lincoln. I still watch his show. I still think it's one of the best shows on radio.
Right.
Even, from a personal standpoint, we all are people and we all have our flaws and we all have our strengths, and he has strengths and he has flaws. And again, the whole beef came about because I said something really kind of meaningless and somebody else hyped it up. Now, the person behind the scenes, the hidden hand stirring the pot and creating strife, has been that same hidden hand stirring the pot and creating strife for years. It's just, I don't know, maybe being older, it's taking more effect. But that same person has been trying to create drama for years, and maybe they kind of finally succeeded.
And maybe that person is the reason why he has to present as if there is still beef, because maybe he doesn't want it either. And maybe he has to put on his facade when it comes to you, because how do I say this? When you post messages, right, he can see your name. You can see when someone posts a message. If you don't necessarily want to read it, you don't read it and keep scrolling. But he purposely reads because we can see it when he's reading your comments. He might shake his head or whatever, but you're getting a reaction out of him. He sees that you're there. He knows that you're there. I think he has a respect for you. I think he has a respect for you. I think he has a respect for what you do. I just think there may be some, like you said, some other factors and facets that are coming into play that is impacting, his ability to kind of interact with you. So maybe, just maybe, you should be the bigger person and extend an olive branch. Not mean I do anything, but
no, I won't do that, only because same reason why I'll never call Jerry Tolliver. When you tell me don't call me, I'm not gonna call you. When you tell me don't ever speak to me again in life, I'm not gonna speak to you. Now, if you want to rescind that and you come to me and say, I know I told you not to ever call me, I was mad then, but you can call me. I know I told you don't ever speak to me again in life, but I was mad then. It's all good. Then it'll all be good. But I'm not going to, chase nobody down to...
Well, is it chasing? Is it chasing, though, if you were to reach out to him? Is it really chasing?
Yes.
Okay.
Think about this. Think about this, Jerica. I tell you, don't ever talk to me again. Mm-hmm. And then you call me like, can I talk to you now? Ain't you chasing me?
No, it's not chasing.
It is.
I've had that happen before. And I just respond like, hey, if someone does the whole, You told me not to call you anymore. You told me not to speak to you anymore. And then, like, months down the road, they just send a text message like, hey, just want you to know I'm thinking about you, whatever.
Right,
What
that's
they're trying
different.
to do is
They
get a
reached out
response
to
out of
you.
me. But it's kind of giving me back the ball. Like, hey, I just wanted you to know that I'm here if you're ever willing and open to speaking with me. So maybe you could do that. But,
No.
I mean, you're not going to.
No.
Again,
I'm saying that would be you. If I told you, Jerick, I don't ever want you to talk to me again, and then you like, okay, and then you
I'm saying they could go both ways. I've done the same thing. I've had somebody tell me, surprisingly, I've had somebody tell me they didn't want me to call them anymore because I could be a little, crazy. So, I've also done the same thing. You reached out like, hey, just want you to know you crossed my mind. Or, hey, big head, hey, stranger, like that, to see if I could, elicit some type of response. So it can go both ways, in my opinion.
Well,
but you're not going to do that.
My real answer to Emanuel be the bigger man is I'm 5'5". I think he's like 5'8". He's the bigger man.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. We'll leave it there. You have a great rest of your evening.
All right. You do the same.
All right. Bye.
All right. Yeah. I'm not the bigger man. I'm almost always the smaller man. And that's that. So, no, I'm not here to be your bigger anything. You don't want me to talk to you, I won't talk to you. If you changed your mind, you can reach out and say, hey, like you said, if he sent me something, said just thinking about you, that would be weird. Men don't really do that. Men don't really do that. Blade.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it short. Hey, your boy is suspect. I met him, and then he started. I don't know why he started texting me in Lincoln's chat. Making weird suggestions and shit. So I blocked him. He said something. He typed something one time real grimy, and I blocked him ever since. And
now hold on, just to be clear, we're talking about Ross Freeman.
Yeah, he was. At Lincoln's thing, he acting like a Rastafarian, like he whatever. But he was kind of weird then, kind of dusty, and then he get on your show trying to talk all greasy. But like you said, I'm glad people when they call your show, they kind of confess on themselves. You let a person talk long enough, they tell himself. He was telling himself. How is it that he know where your boy work at and your boy know where he live at? That's really suspect. And then he said some chick is describing man parts to your boy. So real men don't do that.
Wait, he said what?
You didn't hear him? You didn't hear him.
Nah, I must have missed that.
He said that your boy, whoever Valerie Davis is, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, was describing himself to your girl so he can know about it. That's real men don't do that. That's suspect. And how would he know what your boy said to your girl if they wasn't communicating with each other?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm exceptionally confused about that entire scenario.
Yeah, because like I said, once again, I'm gonna go back. How he got your address and you know where he work at, evidently you must be going up to his job.
Okay, but wait, who's describing what to who?
He said whoever that messy chick you said he brought to your chat. That chick and your boy Valerie or whatever that Valerie Davis were describing his body parts. Valerie Davis was describing his body parts to your girl so she can tell Ross Freeman. So I don't understand that. That's
now hold on again, because I get confused. You're saying Ross Freeman said that Valerie Davis was describing, I'm going to just make up a generic name, Nikki. So Valerie Davis was describing Valerie Davis's body parts to Nikki so that Nikki could tell Ross Freeman about
he said
Valerie Davis's body parts.
To relate to him. So he said it when you was talking to him. I don't know if you heard him or not, but that don't even sound right.
No, that definitely doesn't sound right.
Yeah, how would you know what they talking about? Who's relating it to you? Why would another chick describe another man's body part to another man? All that was suspect.
I don't know. That does
and once
sound
again,
suspect.
Once again, how he got your address and how you know where he worked at and how you know what he's doing unless you up there watching.
Okay. Hold on. Do I hear chickens in the background?
No,
them are chickens in the background.
I'm outside.
Near chickens?
No, them are geese. I'm outside on my lake.
Okay. Geese. Okay.
Yeah. Okay then, man. But he's because when you look in Lincoln's chat, they've been going back and forth for years, man.
Yes.
So I don't know what he's talking about. So they need to handle that, off the chat. I mean, I think they got some attraction to each other.
Okay.
Because I didn't know Valerie Davis was a man. I thought it was a woman.
Initially, I thought it was a woman, but then I found out it was a man.
What man's name is Valerie?
Well,
is that short for something?
Hold on. I don't think that's his real name, of course. My understanding was, and I could be wrong, but this was the understanding that I had, that he used his real name, but then, like, you know how they put you in Facebook jail from time to time, and so you create a fake profile? You should know about that. Create a fake profile to be able to still be online even though you're in Facebook jail. And are the police coming to get the geese?
I don't know anything about that, Tim. So
oh, yeah.
Tim Idol. I don't know anything about that, Tim Idol. Hey, but anyway, yeah, Tim Idol. Yeah, you're real good with that. But hey,
I'm not Tim.
Somebody black is Tim.
It ain't me. Why I got to be everybody that ain't me? Why I got to be everybody?
Because Tim is a white king of talk.
What?
The way Tim Idol is a white king of talk.
I don't even know what that means.
The way he types stuff in and how he thinks. The white king of talk will be a white Republican, and Tim Idol is a perfect white Republican.
Okay. Well, I'm not Tim. I'll tell you with 100% certainty.
Or is it Timothy?
Whatever. I'm not. I know who you're talking about. I'm not that guy. I don't think necessarily that that's a white guy either, but I know it's not me.
Yeah, it's either you or that cat to come on at 1 o'clock. The one, because y'all got so many damn talk shows down there. Damn.
I don't know about that. I know it ain't me, but I don't think that it's Wyatt either.
It's somebody familiar, as they say, double agent.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask you something else, but I forgot what the hell it is. But yeah, these cats, man, they real suspect. They talk greasy on the phone, but when you meet them, man, they like, shy, scared. I don't know,
Hold on.
The character don't rhyme with the voice.
Blake, quick question. A lot of people talk about your hips and the width of your hips and all of that kind of stuff. Do you want
your boy? Hey, your boy, he started that too.
Well, do you want to address that? They said you had childbearing hips. I'm pretty certain you've never had a child. Do you even want to address that?
I wear a 38-30. So how's that childbearing hips, Claire?
Remember, and I'm matter of fact, I'm down to 36-30. So how's that bearing hips?
I've never seen you, so I don't know. But a number of people have said that you have wide hips for a man.
That's the only thing they can talk about me because they thought I was somebody else and I'm not. So they had to make up something. Just like your boy down in Texas, he never seen me, and everything he described about me, he's going off of secondhand information, Mr. Intellectual, you know. But I looked at his profile like, damn, bro, don't put no mirrors up while you walking by. So, you know, I don't know. I don't understand what they're talking about. And only people will bring it up, especially a man, is a man that's suspect. That's why I blocked Ross. He started that shit.
Okay.
And then Raven took it on.
All right. Again, I've never seen you, so I don't know how you built at all.
I'm built like a man.
Okay.
And I got hands. So, you know. Have a good one, man.
All right.
Okay.
All right. He was there, and I just wanted to have him, give him the opportunity to address it. He says he got regular man hips. I don't like the way that sounds. But he said he built like a man. He is, yes. And that's that. We did it. There was a guy that worked at the radio station who had like lady hips. His waist was a regular waist, but in kind of the hip area, it was very much ladylike. So in my mind, when y'all be saying that about him, that's what I be imagining. And I had never seen it before, so I had never even thought about him. When he came walking in, I kind of thought like he's built a little funny, but I didn't really put two and two together exactly what it meant. And then I can't remember who it was at the station, and somebody at the station had said like, yeah, he got woman hips. His hips is like a woman. And when next time I saw him, I was like, he does. His hips are more built like a woman. So your waist can still be, you know, a regular size waist, but you kind of flare out just beneath the waist. You flare out, and you know, it's ladylike. I've never seen Blade, so I'm not saying that that's the deal with Blade. I've never seen him. I don't know. But I have seen that I'll call phenomenon before on a man. He was a nice dude. Like, he was a good dude. But yeah, he did have lady hips. So I understand what they're saying, but Blade says he's got regular hips. So I hate the fact that we even had to bring up his hips, but you know, it was not part of the conversation. It does. I'm uncomfortable talking about it. Ed. I'm uncomfortable talking about it. So yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying all of that to say I've seen it myself. And I didn't put two and two together until somebody pointed out to me, like, yeah, he built like a lady. And I was like, that's it. So that's that. Ron says he must be short. Well, I don't know about Blade, because again, I've never seen Blade, but the guy that I'm talking about, he was not short. He was, I'm not good at gauging height, that I'll tell you. But if I had to guess, I would have gave him maybe 5'10". Which, of course, to me, I'm 5'5", so to me, 5'10" is not short. So I would have gave him probably about 5'10". He was slightly taller than the average person that I see walking around. And he was like, he wasn't the most fit guy, but he wasn't like fat, you know what I'm saying? Like out of shape fat. But you know, he had his waist was like his body was just a regular body, but then, yeah, the hips was meaty. Just trying to figure the right way to say the stuff. His hips were meaty. Not like saddlebags, but, meaty. And then once you got I guess to the regular legs, he had on jeans all the time. I never saw the brother in shorts or nothing like that. So I couldn't be like, he was thick with it or nothing like that. He just had on jeans, but you could see the hip protrusion in the jeans. I'm uncomfortable talking about this. I would not have hugged him in the movie. That's all I'm saying. I would not have hugged him in the movie. I would not. My daddy is back. All right, Dad. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying. I wouldn't have hugged him in the movie. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I got something to do. Hopefully I can get it done before rain. I got to go outside and clean up some stuff on the side of the house. So, yeah, that's it. I hope everybody is doing good. Am I on tomorrow? I intend on being on tomorrow. Nothing stopping me from being on as it currently stands. I left my wallet at work yesterday, and I came home. And when I left work, I was like, I should stop and get some gas. But I didn't really feel like it. So I didn't know that I didn't have my wallet. But I know that my gas tank was low. And so when I got up this morning, I'm just looking for my wallet. And I'm like, what is going on? And I was like, that's all right. I might have left it at the job. So that's fine. And I tried to call the guy who employs me to go look on my desk and see it was there, but he didn't have his phone. And so I was like, oh, I got in the car. Like, I need gas. Like, according to my thing, I only got like 18 miles left. And to get to my job, when you put it in Waze, because I use Waze, when you put it in Waze, it was like distance to the job, 19 miles. I was like, ooh, the math don't work out. And I definitely don't want to run out of gas. But I don't have my ID. I don't have like a debit card, a credit card, or nothing. I don't have anything. So I'm like, I need money. Mrs. Livingston ain't here. I don't carry cash. It's like, I don't know what to do. So I drove up to the credit union. And they gave me money. They took me through a whole lot to get the money. But I was happy that they took me through a whole lot to get the money. You can't just go to the credit union with no ID, no nothing, and get my money. I feel secure now at the credit union. I don't know if I would have went to one of my other bank accounts, if I would have been able to get money from there. But at the credit union, they don't just give you money. You got to prove you are who you are. They asked me a whole lot of questions. They asked me information that I didn't know that they had. I was thinking, how do you know that about me? I don't ever remember telling y'all that. But they asked me a whole lot of information, and then, eventually, they gave me my money. Or, gave me some money. I only wanted $20 out, because I was like, $20 is cool. I'll be able to get to work, get my stuff, and, get everything, and, get some gas, get to work. Hopefully my ID is there, and then I'll be straight. But Lady K says, mother's maiden name. They didn't ever ask me that. But they asked me a number of questions. What credit union? I'm not telling you what credit union. be up in there talking about, I'm Emanuel, I lost my ID, I need some money, you know. No, they didn't ask me how many places I worked or my blood type. It was questions. It was questions. I'm not gonna tell you what the questions was, of course. Well, you'd be out there hunting stuff down, figuring out answers, and then go to my credit union and be able to get my money. But yeah, I was happy to be able to get there and get the money, and I was happy that it took a lot to just be able to get $20. So I'm comfortable with the credit union now. I'm comfortable with the credit union. Okay, that's it. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I'm gonna go watch some basketball, probably fall asleep watching basketball again. I gotta get something to eat. Mrs. Livingston ain't here to cook. And I don't feel like cooking. I actually cooked yesterday, but I don't feel like cooking today, so I'm gonna run and grab something. Probably Chipotle. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. As always, be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time, I'm out, y'all.